you can.
Perfect. 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 Perfect.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Dope as Yola here. Thomas, whatever you want to call me. I am here with Marty O'Neill.
What's up, folks?
What's up, guys? Today, you are back on another episode of the Dope as Usual podcast. We're here to talk about life, drugs, accomplishments, problems, and everything in between. Today, we have a very, very big fan-requested guest. This is Larry Lawton. This is the Larry Lawton episode. Thank you for being here.
Oh, I'm really happy to be here, Thomas.
Thank you for being here. The first question, the first thing I am going to say, I usually don't do this, but just in case everybody's like, Larry Lawton, why have I seen that face? Please explain real quick in a nutshell. What do you do now? We'll get into it before. What do you do right now?
Right now, I have a YouTube channel that's called Larry Lawton Jewel Thief. Now, I was the biggest jewel robber in the country. We'll get into that in a little bit. But I started a YouTube channel a little over 2 years ago. It blew up because I'm the real deal.
Yes.
And I tell it like it is. What clicked on my YouTube channel is I have the #1 watched playlist, Gangster Redemption series.
Oh, that's why.
And it's my actual book, which we have and we'll show. It's my book that I narrate online. And people just, wow, is this real? Of course, it's been fact-checked 1,000 times. It's 100% real. And that's what's so easy for me to come on your show. Yeah. You can ask me, I don't give a fuck. Ask me anything you want, and I'm an open book, and I think that's the way we should be. I do want to say thanks again for having me. I love your show. I've been watching it before I go on shows, and I love the way you guys hang, just party and stuff, and we're going to get into all of this in a bit.
Yeah, thank you for being here, Marty and I. So how I found you, it's like 2 a.m. I'm high as shit. My girlfriend's asleep. I'm like, all right, she's asleep. I'm watching whatever the fuck we're watching. And then I see a picture of you, and it goes, prison I love stories, man. That's my thing. I love telling stories. I started it 2 seconds in. I go, oh, this guy's a real prisoner. I can tell. I grew up with a lot of inmates around me, so I know. I'm like, oh, okay. Let's watch this. I watched about 3 minutes in. The next morning, I woke up, text our booking agent, like, there's a person named Larry Lawton on YouTube. Please book this person right now. Yeah. And that was it. I've been watching. I won't say. I've only watched about 4 because I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to learn everything about you and then come here and go, oh, really? Oh, I knew that already. So I want to learn as the audience learns today.
And that's great. It's funny because I was just at Carril's, a friend, and we had a big party, and he ended up doing the same thing. And he says, Larry, I fell down your rabbit hole.
Yes.
I watched 6 hours of your videos. I couldn't get off the videos. And then we were at a party, and it was real. I got to thank him too. It was a great party. But this is like, you know, when I come on the podcast, and I've been around the TV, I do a lot of national TV, all that kind of stuff. I like your podcast just because the way it's done. It's real. It's like I do my podcast now, which we started called The Real Deal with Larry Lawton. It's blowing up.
When did you start that?
Oh, 6 months ago, if that. And that's blowing up because we do it where there's no cut, no shit, no edit. You say it, I tell people, you come on here, you better be real.
Up.
You fuck up, the world's going to know about it, you know? Yep. And I like that part of it. And I think that's the catch for us. You have it, obviously, great setup. Thanks for the whole, you know, the hospitality and everything. You're a professional. And I love coming on. And now I'm an open book. And that's what I think we're going to have fun today.
The best thing about being real is you never have to backtrack and go, what did I tell that person? I could never live like that. We talk about this a lot. I would never be able to sleep or live like that.
You know, people say to me, oh, I heard that story 10 years ago. Well, it's a real story. I don't say it because it's me. You want to know about how to hide a knife up your ass? I'm going to tell you.
Shit.
But that's going to happen. This show's going to get wild. But it's, you know, it's because it's not made up. It's not real. I lived that. I was in the joint for a really long time. Tortured, abused. We're going to get into a lot of things. And I think it opens people's eyes because the message, too, is you can make bad choices, but you could turn around and become a success.
Always.
And that is what I think most people know from doing every drug, robbing, mob shit. I mean, I was the gamut. And then you could come out on the other side, you know, for the right reasons. And especially with me, you know, I went away when my daughter was 15 months old and my son was just turned 7, 2 days. Oh. And I didn't get out till my son was 18. My daughter was 13. So I had a tough, all my own fault. Yes. I'll never try to tell anybody, oh, me, that shit don't cut it. things happen for reasons or whatever they are. And now I'm here, and you know, we're going to be on a podcast, and I know you reach a lot of guys who party, and we're going to smoke. We're going to have a good time. But you could do that and still be responsible. You could still have fun. You could still live your life. And I think that's important for a lot of people to know.
I love that you started off with that. That's what me and Marty preach. Like, I can do everything I do. I can smoke a joint too. It's fine as long as you're responsible, you get your shit done. Because once it becomes the responsibility on the back end, that's when you start seeing your friends go to jail and seeing people fuck up.
My saying in all of stuff, and you're going to like this and you can use it, you control it. Don't let it control you. And that could be anything. That could be gambling. That could be food. That could be pot, drugs, anything. I'm a proponent of letting people make choices. Now, if you do drugs and you go rob for those drugs, now you're going to be held accountable.
Yeah.
But if you're at your house and you want to do whatever, I don't give a fuck what you do. I mean, but be responsible. You control it. Don't let it control you. Put the it and fill in whatever you want.
Exactly. That's the it is blank.
It is the blank. You control pot. Don't let pot control you.
Yeah, it's true. I don't know it's harmless, but I've seen motherfuckers throw their lives away just smoking weed, not doing shit.
I've seen it happen. Listen, you make a funny statement. I've done every drug in the book. When I do weed, I'm usually lay down. I used to get, this is a true story. I used to send a guy who worked for me, Junior, and I'd say, I'm starting to smoke. Now, I wasn't a big smoker. I partied everything. Coke, acid, fucking speed, anything you wanted. And I always controlled it. Never had the addictive personality. But when I smoked weed, I used to tell him, go to the store, get junk. He'd bring back the Pringles, fucking Pringles. And I'm a big fucking guy. I'd be laying in my chair, fucking Pringles here. I'm fucking smoking. I got the bong over here. I'm smoking. Back then, this is now in the 90s, early 90s, I'm smoking Crippy. Crippy was the
kryptonite.
Crippy was the big deal, oh, purple haze, all this shit, and all fuck. I'm so fucked up. That drug, if I would have kept at that level, would have fucked me up more than any other drug. Even today, I smoke, I enjoy it, I love it. In Florida, we have a medical marijuana card. So I have one, of course, and I smoke, and I love it. And I love to mellow, especially after I do things. Here we're going to have fun. This is your show. They said, Dad, I'm in. Whatever we do, we're going to have fun with them, Thomas is like that. And you let your guests be them.
Exactly.
And that's what I like about it.
Well, I'm fucking excited. This is the very stars of the first 5 minutes.
Yeah. I'm glad you recognize that about the show. This is that show.
Yeah, this is the perfect show.
People come on and get into the nitty gritty of their lives.
And just start talking. Like, it's the biggest conversation, the deepest conversation when you're just hanging out with your friends in a fucking garage, not doing anything. And this is basically a garage with really nice lights.
You just said it. I started my podcast, The Real Deal, with Larry Lawton, and I have a co-host, and this guy Benz. And we get guys, and we have characters now. We have a fucking character. It's called Meth Head Mike. Listen to this. This is Howard Stern shit, and we didn't plan it. The guy's living in his parents' house. He's 34. His parents live in Italy. He has a roommate. His roommate is getting a fight, the girl. He calls the cops. He's sitting in his recliner. Next to him is a plate of meth. He invites the cops in. What do? They arrest him for fucking meth. Meth Head Mike. Talk about fucking out there. Wow, we're going to have to send a picture. And it's great because it's so real. This shit is fucking real. Yes, he's one of our characters now, Thomas. And this guy is fucking. We asked him. We ended one show when he talked about, have you ever been with a tranny? Well, I'll tell that story. So hold that for the next fucking podcast. And he's the kind of guy that comes on in. But we're gonna do these two, and I'm explaining. Yeah, gotcha. We're gonna do everything, man, today. Oh, look at this, man.
That's you.
Oh, I get my own in this show?
Oh, for sure.
Oh, man, this is going to really fuck me up.
You could just...
We got nothing left, guys, do we? My team, we got nothing left today. I can smoke this?
Yeah, we got a little free for the rest
all right.
It's on.
So, yeah, feel free to just... If that bitch lasts an hour, that bitch lasts an hour. Don't feel like you need to...
Right. No, I won't. I wouldn't.
Conversation joints.
Gentlemen.
Oh, they are.
They are.
You know, we're going to have a lot of fun this podcast. And to let you know right now, even before we start, to your audience, I'm an open book. You can ask me any question you want.
I have some questions.
And believe me, you're going to get an answer.
So here's my background.
Not something that has a statute of limitation. Only kidding on that.
No, I knew before. I'm like, no, he's fine. Because one thing I do before for certain guys, like, hey, please don't incriminate yourself. And if you do, please let us know when you did it, and we'll fucking cut it out. Just in case, because there has been a few times we'll go, hey, man, should you have talked about that shit?
Well, you do know I did the law for 10 years. I'm a licensed paralegal, did the law for 10 years, helped people get out of prison. I'm pretty much an expert on federal law. I did that. And believe me, I know that. And not only do my lawyers tell me that, I know it myself. But
okay,
hey,
so you already know what's going on. Oh, yeah, this is good weed right here. You ready? So my quick background so you know, like, why are you asking these crazy-ass questions? I'm obviously brown, but my mom looks like a white lady. She's Jewish and Mexican, right? She married my stepdad a long time ago. He was an Aryan member type of thing. I used to go to Corcoran a lot, visit him.
Oh, he was an Aryan, for real? Like, whether it's a dirty white boy or a...
You already know what's up.
Oh,
In California, like all the bolts and the Viking tats,
absolutely.
completely down. You know...
Aryan Brotherhood and all that.
Yeah, so when I used to go to visit him, it'd be weird. We'll get into it later because I can't really talk about all of it, but he's a stabby kind of guy. You already know what I'm talking about. So
100%.
So that's why I know so much, because I grew up with this fucking guy and these Hell's Angel fools at our house. I'm like, I'm brown. Get these fools the fuck out of here. This isn't a good look for me and my sister, man. My mom passes, but not me. So if I ask a certain question, you'd be like, why do you know this? This is why I know this.
Listen, I never underestimate, first of all, a host I've been on. You're not a rookie at this either, so it's not like you're doing this for 2 months.
Yeah.
You know your shit, and I'm sure you do your research like I do and everybody else, and watch the guys' videos or do something to know who they are. So I don't trust me. I won't even want to know maybe how you want to know that answer.
I got you. Okay, so for everyone out here, let's get fucking started. I'm ready. All right, I'm ready. Let's break it down from right here. Let's start from. I read a little, but I just wanted to touch on it. You were in it says the Navy or what was it? The U.S.
Coast Guard.
Coast Guard. Sorry, Coast Guard. I always mix that up. How did you go from the Coast Guard to doing what you're doing? But let's just do it chronologically. You're a person. You're an upstanding person. You go to the Coast Guard. You're doing your thing. What makes you leave that life onto your next chapter?
Well, let's back it up even a hair more.
Go for it.
No, I wasn't an upstanding guy joining the Coast Guard. I was a troublemaker. I started crime at 11, 12 years old doing football tickets. When I say doing football tickets, it's a gambling ticket the mob got. I would pass them out to the whole neighborhood, and you'd take a tee, you put $1 on it, and you'd pick 3 teams, you win $5. You pick 4 teams, you win $10. They're called football tickets. So I'm now in 1972. And I'm making $125 a week.
Whoa, as a kid?
1972 as a fucking 12-year-old kid. And I was making this money because every dollar you bring in to the bookie, to the bigger bookies, you get 25%. And you hope you win. I want you to win because you're going to tip me. You know, you pick 5 teams, you get $20. So you put $5 down, you get $100 for picking these teams. You throw the kid $5 who did the ticket.
Yeah.
Who comes to your house. You might be a bus driver, a school teacher, or electrical worker, and a neighborhood working. I grew up in a working Italian kind of neighborhood. My next door neighbor is a made guy mobster. The guy down the corner.
What street? I mean, what street? What city?
In the Bronx, New York.
Gotcha.
That's where I grew up, and then after the service. But at 17, now we did all shit when we were kids. Rob cars, take them to fucking chop shops, get $500 a car. We did a lot of crazy shit. So let's just say we come from the streets. This is not no
so
fucking.
You weren't a good kid.
I guess I was a good kid.
You weren't shooting, killing everybody, so you're a good kid. You're just making money.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I was this little kid. You see me as I'm 240 pounds, a pretty big guy, all this shit. I went in the Coast Guard in 1979. I was 17, just turning 18. I just fucking aged myself for your whole audience, because I'm born in 1961. So when I went in, I was 132 pounds, blonde hair, wiry fucking kid, but a street kid, knew the game, knew all the shit that goes on in it. So when I went in the Coast Guard in 1979, I go through boot camp. I start getting better, but I ended up becoming a boat captain, rescue boats. I was rescuing people. I was on 3 major disasters in the Coast Guard. I was on a freedom flotilla with the Cubans in 1981. You ever watch Scarface?
What?
The movie. I was the one picking the people up in Key West. And matter of fact, it's all in the book too. It really is fucking wild stuff. And I was a kid. And I'm out there in 1981, and it went into 82, and I'm in Key West called the Navy Moles, where the headquarters were, where all the Cubans. I have a big heart for Cubans, and people always ask why. I said, listen, I watch people come in here on an inner tube to get away. Now, how fucked up was it over there?
Yes.
So my thing was, I'm a kind of guy, listen, like I always say in my old business, I never hurt anybody who wasn't in my business. Now, if you were in our business, you weren't paying your tax, you didn't want to run across me from laying guys' arms on curbs and snapping them. And I was that kind of bad guy. But again, I'm never proud of that. It is just who I am. We all grow up the way we grow up. And at 17, I go in. So I'm in there. I get hurt in the service. I hurt my back very severely. I get retired disability from the United States Coast Guard.
What age?
I was 26.
Oh, fuck, that bad? That
Yeah,
young?
I got retired. I still have it to this day. Luckily, I've had major operations and all that kind of shit. So I'm all right. I'm doing great. You know, I get out, but I get right back into the business. I go move in with my brother who's in Brooklyn. And Brooklyn is the mecca for mobsters, if you want to call it. So we had people, and they knew my reputation as a kid. I used to send fucking paint and shit. When I got higher up in the Coast Guard, I used to go to the exchanges, buy shit, and send it to Brooklyn. Fucking, rope and paint and shit. And they're fucking selling it. It's hot shit. They're fucking crazy. Back then, they didn't have tracking shit and all the crap, You'd send it. You'd have the invoice for and they tell you. You're in the military, and they say to you, "Hey, listen, the budget's up. You got to go spend $30,000. Go to the fucking exchange. It's like a big warehouse for the Navy where we shop, Coast Guard, Navy, all the military, and it'd be paint and ropes and lines and anything you fucking want. I would start getting shit, and then I would ship it to fucking Brooklyn.
Sell it.
Yeah, guys selling it.
Well,
yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I got some great stories about the Coast Guard. That with pot. But anyway, then we go. I get out in 1986, I'm retired. I was in almost 8 years, 1986, and December 31st, 80. You weren't around yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. You were getting there. Yeah. The milk was in the cow that got you fucking fucked. So that's where we're at.
Oh, shit. That's a nice way of putting it.
Yeah, we're past. It's not even in your father's balls yet. It's fucking still in the cow.
My dad's in 10th grade, I think.
Yeah, exactly, probably. But anyway, so we go, and I get out, and I start bartending. I was taken by the mobsters and put in a place in Queens. It's Luke's Piano Lounge. It was a mobster bar. Matter of fact, there was a Jewish bookie I learned from, who was one of the biggest bookies in all of New York. He's what they call a layoff guy, meaning if you have $100,000 on one team and $100,000 on the other, you make 10%. That's the VIG. That's how gambling works. Now, if you have $100,000 on this team, they're playing the Giants, are playing the Jets. I don't give a fuck. You got $100,000 on this team and 50 on this team. You're not no more a bookie. You're a gambler. You're hoping this team wins.
Yeah.
So you got to take that 50,000 and bring it up. So you're 50-50. That's your game as a good bookie because you're making 10%. Taking $1 million on one team, million another. Nice $100,000 your bed. Not a bad fucking day's work, huh?
Yeah.
Well, this guy, Mac, I work for and I learned the business from, was the biggest in New York. He used to take the layoff action from the regular bookies. So the guy would come in and say, Mac, I need to put 70,000 on this. He would, negotiate the line that guy needs so it's a 50-50 split.
Sounds stressful.
No, actually, I got to know the business so well. Obviously, then I'm in New York. And I also muscled a card game that was underneath in the cellars in New York. So I did that. Then I come back to, now I'm in Brooklyn. I don't know if you know the area at all. Brooklyn, Kings Highway, West 10th Street. If you know that.
Marty's from New York.
You know that.
No, I'm from Buffalo. Might as well be a different way.
Buffalo? Well, that's not New York.
I don't know. I've never been. I just know it's in the same state.
That's about it.
Okay.
But we call people from Jersey more New York than him.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I mean, because
really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't know any of the East Coast. I've never been.
Never been East. Okay, that's good. You're gonna have to come sometime. I'm in Florida, so you're gonna have to do that.
See, I'm going to Florida soon.
You're gonna go to Florida.
I go to Florida.
When you do, you definitely have to come see me.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
you already know what's up over there.
Yo, definitely. So then I ended up doing that, and then one of my guys, I was like the robber, the muscle for the guy. I mean, heists. This we used to hijack trucks. We used to do a whole bunch of shit in New York.
So can I ask you before we move on?
Absolutely.
In your head, when you're robbing somebody, and are they in the business that you guys are talking about? Is that what you're saying? I don't mess with people that aren't in my business. Is that?
No, they could. Well, a lot of the robberies were setups. You know, the truck driver calls, say, I got a load of this shit. We ended up, talk about smart. Back when I was around, they started putting GPS in the trucks. But not like they do, like, low jack and the shit they had. They would put a box. If they had a whole 18-wheeler full of VCRs. Wow, am I fucking date myself. So VCRs. So they would put a tracking device in one of those boxes. Well, we got to the girl in the office that told us, oh, it's in this box in the left corner because they have it where it is so they don't keep losing it when they unload a box. They got to take that out and put it somewhere, give it back to the next truck. We would find out where that box was. We'd hijack the truck, go along the highway, the BQE, and take it and stop and put the box right on the side of the road and go. Empty. Now they think that their truck is stuck there in traffic there. So you beat any system you want.
Yes.
I don't care who you are, you can beat it.
Gotcha.
And look at me, I'm teaching people a lot of shit on this show, right? You're gonna learn a lot.
It's okay. If they're willing to steal VCRs, go for it.
Yeah.
Get those off.
I want to see what he gets a VCR today.
Where are you gonna get those off?
The 90s are in. That's what my
The 90s are in, he says. So you're in New York. You're doing your thing. You start the business with the guy Max. He shows you how to do the numbers.
I didn't start the business. His business. I'm working. I'm learning as a bookie. I ain't starting no business. These are the big fucking guys. I'm just learning the business. I understood bookmaking and understood numbers. I was good about that, and I learned. And I was, I learned a couple of things. That you shut up, you listen. And you gain so much knowledge when you're around a lot of people. I used to play cards with the boss then, who was a captain, and I'd play cards and other guys, and I'm just sitting there. Now I'm in my 30s now. I'm robbing stores. My first robbery was actually a setup. Was an actual fucking setup of to rob a jewelry store for insurance money.
Oh.
My end was $150K.
Damn.
Not bad.
Fucking back then either.
Yeah,
it's like 250 right now.
And we did that, but I said, wait a minute, I could do this shit without a setup. And I did become the biggest jewel robber in the United States ever, and robbed between 15 and 18 million and 20 something stores all over the East Coast.
Are you just walking in the front fucking door and robbing them?
No, you don't just walk in the front door. This is in LA today. This is no. Am I right or wrong? Come on, guys, you got to be right.
It's true.
It's fucking true.
It's wild out
Listen, I did my research. Fuck this. No, I like it out here.
Fuck this.
No, I'm liking it out here.
It's Grand Theft Auto out here right now.
I'm liking it. So, but what I was getting at is you have to take time. You case a store, it could take week, 2 weeks. You case thousands of stores. You got to know what's in there. Where there's an art to robbery. It's not, the smash and grab guys, and you heard of those guys. Go in, they grab a tray of Rolexes and run. Those are rookies. You could prevent that. They have buzzers on doors, the whole shit. None of that shit stopped the professional. Because when I wanted your store, and if I thought it was right, you were getting hit. Now that wasn't a setup. So what I meant by not fucking with even with the people I robbed. Never hit them, never beat them, never. Matter of fact, I would never put a gag in them because I was always worried about them choking. I don't want nobody to die.
Yeah.
No, they shut up. Trust me. You got a gun in your face and you're down, you're tied up, and I tell you to look at that wall. Don't fucking turn around. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
You're not fucking turning around. Trust me. I haven't seen someone say, "Oh, fuck you." Nah, that didn't work.
So you're robbing these stores. And then you said the first one that was a setup, and you said, I can do this by myself.
Yeah.
So that motivated you to, this is too fucking easy. I'm going to do this without you guys.
There's a difference. When I grew up, kids, I hate to say things are over or different. When I grew up, you had to hustle. You had to show to people, big people, you were smart. You had a way to make money. They're going to help you. They're going to give you things like, okay, here's a spot. Go get that. We can do this over here. But they love to see innovative people, people who, wow, they have the brains and the wherewithal how to get to a robbery or make a robbery, whatever, or doing trucks. I mean, there's so many robberies we did, warehouses, fucking I'll get into how you get a guy in the hook and then you got the warehouse manager opening the fucking door for you on a Sunday, taking the whole fucking store. And you already got it out because you already talked to, but hey, listen, I got a warehouse with all this plumbing supplies. Well, you want them? You bring up everything, I got it. Because he owns a construction company. He's building schools. Now I'm stealing the fucking toilets, the fucking thing. Matter of fact, my house I had set up had all gold faucets. Of course, they come off with me. So they're all fucking gold. I had all this shit, the jacuzzis and all that. So we would get a rent-a-truck, 23-foot rent-a-truck. After we got to the guy who owns the manager of the warehouse. This is mega. The warehouse is big as a Walmart. You know what I mean? They're huge.
So you're not robbing the whole thing.
No, they never knew they were robbed. Because there's such an inventory. And the guy who's running the warehouse is the one that fucking lets us in. Because we get him, he's in debt. He's a gambler. All of a sudden, the guy owes fucking $3,000 he can't pay. He's a regular guy. Can't pay the $3,000. All right, now, even though I own the loan shark, I say, listen, man, you better fucking pay my $3,000. Oh, man, what am I going to do? Go to see this guy, Fat Tommy, I know. He's going to lend you the money. And you got to pay him his interest or whatever you do. And then you're good with me. It's all me. Listen, it's all me. Now, he goes to this guy and he goes, listen, I'll lend you the $3,000. But it's 3 points. Now, points work every week. So if I lent you $1,000, you'd have to give me $30 every Friday until you give me the $1,000 back. So you say, I only need it for a while. My taxes are coming in. Here's $1,000, 30 this week, 30 this week, 30 this week. And fucking at the end of the day, you give me my $1,000. We're all cool. But a lot of times you don't want to give that $1,000. Something's happened. That's when you get into debt and debt. He's still gambling. He's trying to pay that guy. Now the guy owes more money. And this guy go, hey, listen, he called me. This fucking guy says he's going to break your fucking legs. You better give him his phone. What do I do? Let me talk to him. I know the guy. Nothing this happens. It's me. I talked to the guy. I said, here's what he said. He goes, listen to me. I can help you out. I'm going to get you to clear your debt. But you work in the warehouse. You know the guy by now. He's gambling with you. You work in this warehouse. Is there any way we can send some guys? You don't have to be involved. Oh, real? Listen, you'll clear your debt and make a few dollars. Now the guy's got a $5,000 debt. He's fucking saying, oh, okay, he's figuring out how to do it. He doesn't get caught. These places out there, the size of a warehouse. I mean, mega, the forklifts, all this shit. He's running a warehouse. You know how much fucking product gets lost every year?
Yeah.
Obviously. And you're taking gold faucets. You're taking fucking copper wire that was big. So we do all that. And then the guy comes, we take it, we go in there, send the guys, rent a truck, boom, boom. He comes back, you give the guy $5,000. You just sold the whole truck for $75,000. Damn. So you give this, now this guy's happy. Shit, he's thinking, I got a way out every time I fuck up.
Yep.
I mean, but you got to be careful because then he gets caught and he squeals on you. So there's a way of doing it without telling him you're going to break his legs, or definitely be on a recording telling him you're going to break his legs. I just give you, that's a 101 gangster lesson right there. That's what you're getting now. This is 101 gangster fucking show.
Academics.
Yeah. how to fucking really hustle.
I don't want to break your legs, but let me steal from you.
Let me take everything you got, have your wife divorce you. No.
That's real.
I mean, I'll lose my job. Fuck, I want my legs.
Sorry, Mom. Sorry, hon. Gotta go.
So that's how you started doing this.
Well, I was robbing and stuff of that nature, if you know what I meant by that. So that was my thing. Now, I had a partner of mine, since dead. He ran the drugs. He had all the drug connections. And I love people. Oh, the mob didn't do drugs. They fucking were in the pizza connection and the heroin shit in the 70s, bringing heroin from fucking Italy into the pizzerias in New York and all. It's called the Pizza Connection. You can look it up online. And so don't tell me that, oh, we're not into drugs. I love those fucking personas. We're not into drugs. We're into good things. First of all, when you talk about the mob in one way or the other, they extort it from their own people. I mean, they come here from Italy in the old days, and what did? They started their own gangs in the streets, and they were taxing their own people at crazy rates because they couldn't get loans, obviously. And it happens with every single ethnic group. I don't care if it's Mexican, I don't care if it's Irish, I don't care if it's Italian, whatever come here have to go through those phases until they get, maybe today with the fucking technology and all the shit is a whole crazy thing. But that's, so, it's just the way I learned how to hustle. And I was the robber, he was the drugs. And then, I started making so much money robbing my own jewelry stores. I'm bringing envelopes back of $50,000, $40,000. I say, hey, kid, good job, be careful. Give him a diamond and give him shit, because I was robbing diamonds. Diamonds is, people say, why'd you ride diamonds? Why didn't you rob a bank? Well, the money's with the diamonds. There's no money in a bank. There's no money in a bank.
You mean like it's not like the movies you go in there and it's
No,
fucking wall
the
to
fucking
wall?
malls. No, the only thing they have depots. I used to know crews that used to rob depots.
What's that?
Depots is where they keep the money to go to the banks.
Oh, fuck.
Like the Wells Fargo depot. Might have 30 million, 50 million. You need a tractor trailer and a guy who knows how to drive it.
Just to get it out.
I mean, it's for think of that, but that's why. But I can steal 130. Matter of fact, 3 years ago, I was on a show, ABC, I think it was, what a morning show with George Stephanopoulos guy, and they were talking about a robbery in France. They had a robbery at a Ritz-Carlton in France. A guy walked in and he robbed $134 million in diamonds and walked out. Put 2 guards down, put the guy down, walked out with a briefcase in his fucking hand. 134 million. So that's one of the big, right? You can look those up. So now you know what? 130. Take 30% you get. Let's say you rob it and the guy get 30% of those diamonds. It's a fucking lot of money. How are you gonna put $40 million in fucking pallets or shit and try to get it out? And wait, you'd need fucking trucks.
Yeah.
It's not like diamonds. Diamonds, you could put 130 million in a fucking up your ass if you want.
That's what you're into.
Well, that's how you hide them to get them to the airport. But that's
Really? Go through the airport? I'm already nervous at the airport.
well. Now you don't have to be nervous. You ain't getting that.
So let me stay on track here.
Look, are you fucked up yet?
No, I'm trying to stay
Do I got you fucked up
Yeah,
yet?
I'm like-
I will.
I'm trying to stay on track because there's so much going on. So you decide, you say you're in your 30s now, and you're still working and doing everything, but you're robbing, and you're starting to do the jewelry stores, correct?
And buying properties. I bought a vending machine company. I bought bars. You buy things to figure out ways to wash your money.
Yeah.
But then, they don't give a shit. I built a warehouse. I had a limousine. I had fucking horses and boats. You don't know what to do because you're robbing so much and generating so much. You're in that business. It's like they're all grow together, if you want to call it that.
So what are you doing with all this money? Besides,
mostly blowing it. Gambled. I gambled $3 million in fucking year. I think I gambled $250,000 in I think 2 weeks that the feds fucking got me with. Because they log, and the FBI's talking to me, oh, we know what you did here, because of taxes and everything else. And fucking, they know from casinos, and I didn't notice at the time, when you put money in the cage, and that's reported to the IRS.
Oh.
Yeah. And when they pay you out big money, over 10 grand, reported. So you think, oh, let me just wash the money. I know guys who do it a little different way now. If they win 50 grand, they'll go cash in 8 grand or leave it in the casino. If you leave it there, it's good too. And you could leave it there and go back, use it almost like or whatever, and then it's a credit if you want to consider it a credit. It's not. It's your money.
Yeah.
You take it anytime you want. But you walk out with 50 grand. Today, maybe 50 grand is nothing, to be honest, the way things are and people are. And if they see who you are, if that George Clooney spent $1 million, okay, big fucking deal. What are they going to say? But Joe Smith, the plumber from fucking the Bronx, just lost $90,000. How the fuck did Joe the plumber fucking, from New York,
So they
lose
caught on
$90,000?
instantly.
Yeah, they were smart.
And they're probably infiltrated in that fucking casino too.
Yeah, who knows? Exactly right. I mean, it's so crazy because you find out later in life that how it really is. I did the law for 10 years in prison. And the stuff I read would blow you away from people not innocent, or if they're guilty, they're not guilty of the weight that they got guilty with. It's called ghost dope. I did a video on that. People got to watch that. It's how ghost dope increases sentences on people. And they do that. So people can watch that on my show. But what it is, in essence, is it's a dope that somebody said you did. And another person said you did. And they're all fucking snitches, or they didn't do it, or they did not. No, they'll have a guy in prison who becomes a snitch. He tries to get what they call a Rule 35, which gets you out of federal prison. If you snitch on someone, you're there. So they got a guy, Larry Lawton. Yeah, he just told me about them. They did 20 keys here. They didn't do 10 keys. Now that government's packing on keys, and before you know it, you just sold 500 keys instead of 3 keys. And all of a sudden,
that's evidence.
well, it's again called ghost dope. And then they're going to have these people come on stand and testify that you fucking said it or gave it to you because they're getting a deal from the feds.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden they say, oh, yeah, the guy might have got a key from you over a year. Now he's going to tell the feds he got a key every week from you. And he's going to come on stand. I got it every week from you. You know how much it was. And you're saying to your lawyer, what the fuck is this guy talking about? This guy was a punk. I fucking gave him a half ounce a week or whatever. So what happens is, that's called ghost dope. I'm looking at dope on the wall. Dope as usual. I love it. It's called ghost dope, though. And that the federal government does that. And it's a way to put so much weight on you. Now, they don't really want you. Thomas, we don't want Thomas, but we want Rico, we know Rico's getting it to the next level. It's a fucking game.
Yeah, it sounds like a game.
And it really is. It's sad.
Manipulation game.
And you know what? Young people get trapped, and I hate to see it, so I try to explain to them how the system really is. First of all, the bad parts of it we'll get into, but like that. But now look at me. Here I am, fucking a success story, and I got to show you this.
Yes, let's before we get into a long story. Because I know
this ain't going to be that
lost.
long.
No, I'm saying because we're going to get into some stories.
We're going to totally get into it.
Please explain to everybody what's going on. Because you explained it to me before we started.
Okay. This is an announcement right here on his show. And I've been in LA this week promoting this. We coming out. We have our own cigar. It's called the Crooked Diamond. See the hat? The Crooked Diamond. And it's unbelievable. I'll give you some pictures if you want to put them up or whatever. It's really cool stuff. And we partnered with the third largest cigar company in the world, right here, Oliva. And we're gonna be smoking an Oliva. You're gonna smoke one.
I'm gonna do it, and everybody knows. Like, you're gonna hit it. Like, I will hit
Don't
it. Don't
inhale it.
Oh, I know.
I
found that out.
If
Mexico.
you're puking here, we got to keep the show going, right?
That's what I'm here for.
There you go. He jumps in.
I'm just laying down. Marty takes over.
Yeah, Marty, over here. Come on, Thomas, move over a little more. He's puking in a bucket.
So what do I do here?
Okay. The ends are clipped already.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to burn it a little bit just to get the burn. Okay.
This is a world first for me.
This is the company I am partnering with, the third largest in the world.
How insane is
that? Is that fucking insane?
That's fucking awesome. Okay. And then start roasting it?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I feel like the Sandlot. I'm going to throw up off a fucking off a Ferris wheel.
Yeah, nice and easy. Just puff. Enjoy it. The taste you'll feel.
I smoked like 2 or 3 cigars in my life.
Not this one. This was one of their cigar a year one. I don't know, won an award in some magazine we're going to.
Really?
Yeah, and I got to say, I'm going to give them a lot of credit, and that's just because here they're great guys to work with. You know, I talked to the CEO, the COO, the head of sales, head of logistics, and this deal has been in the works for more than a couple months. This cigar I'm having called the Crooked Diamond is coming out at the end of summer. It's right here. And I had to pick my own blend, all of this shit. And they're going to be a cigar that's affordable, $10 cigar. We have a box that's $10. It's going to be amazing what we're going to be doing. It's going to be all over the world. And not many people can go from being a bad guy, a gangster guy, to coming out and getting success and now having your own cigar brand. I mean, and you know what cigars, and I'm just going to give this one to you. Show me some cigar guy that's not happy. And also, it's such a relaxing way. And you take my brand, the Crooked Diamond, when we come out. How about smoking that? You had a rough day. And just, it all comes with a story of my life. Hey, how about this fucking guy's day? Or I'm fucking up. I'm smoking a cigar. I know I'm doing stupid shit. I can change. I can get to be that relaxing.
It's just a motivational thing. Especially when you're smoking something and going, yeah, I know, I fucking made it. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. This is the blend that I picked, and I had all these trays.
It's coming together and something tangible that you can tell story. The book, I'm sure you had the same feeling with the book. Like, I have a fucking book. People are reading my book. It becomes
surreal. Now it's like...
I know, but this is like another version of that. Like, holy shit, I have something people are going to use and like, and they'll fucking
all over the world. Thomas,
huge.
All over the fucking, this company, they have a factory in Belgium.
Wow.
So they're big, and they got the biggest fields in Nicaragua. I mean, and a great guy. When we have meetings, we sit in the executive cigar lounge, have some wine, do shit. That's a meeting I want to go to. Right? Who wants to go to the fucking corporate bullshit, you know?
Awesome.
Is it good?
I don't feel nasty.
That's good. Then.
That's yeah.
For a non-cigar
Marty's
smoker.
Like, is he gonna hit that?
Me. I mean, it tastes. It's
weird not inhaling.
I know for you.
Everything I smoke, I fucking
power smoke. I mean, get fucked up. This is and I'll tell you what, we could sit around with 5 guys. And I've sat around with police chiefs, politicians, gangsters. So I've been the garment. Yeah. And we'll sit around, smoke a cigar, and just bullshit. Like you said earlier, remember the content you could, the people, the stories that come out.
Conversation.
It's fucking great. And like you and I converse, we like that. So now you sit around with a cigar, and now it's going to be the Crooked Diamond.
Isn't that crazy?
Is that fucking wild? And they're a good company, so I got to give them a lot of thanks. But I wanted to let the audience know, because this is really the first one. This whole week we've been talking about it. This is a good podcast. People are going to be hearing about it. They're going to be able to go to websites. They're going to be doing everything soon. And it's going to be the Crooked Diamond. And the boxes are off the fucking chart, the way the diamond is. And it's the Crooked Diamond limited edition.
And it's like your shit.
Fucking,
you got to pick it all.
When someone smokes, they go, that's what Larry smokes.
Yeah. Identical, actually.
Identical. And I picked the fucking blend. So
I can see the excitement on your face.
Yeah.
Like, fuck yeah.
I picked the fucking thing. But that's pretty cool. But
were you into cigars?
I've been into cigars my whole life.
Oh, so this is way, way cool to you then.
Cool to me. I love to smoke good cigars too.
Oh,
so that's why I wanted a good cigar. I wanted to get a blend and everything that's a good cigar. I didn't want to fuck around and get some cheap shit.
Already.
I smoke good cigars, so I want the people to know. And I made them, we had a real long discussion. People said you could charge a lot of money, $18, $20 a cigar. You'll get it. It's like a Patron, all this shit. And people talking. And I said, no. That's fucking taking it away from the people I want to enjoy, the regular guy, whatever it is. Go home, buy $10, buy a box of cigars for Christmas or get a gift. And it's the Crooked Diamond. The boxes, I'm telling you, we're going to they're so cool. And it's got a gold band, and then you're fucking smoking a $10 cigar. You're not fucking getting fucking hammered just for the bet. Yeah. So I wanted to keep it like that. And
well, congratulations, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Enjoy. That's why I brought you a box here.
Oh,
this is your box.
Marty, you better fucking smoke
this
one of these.
This is your box, and you can give to guests or whoever you want. And these are top of the, like I said, this is the cigar of the year in a magazine or whatever it was. So, yeah, come on.
It just reminds me of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Does it?
Well, this is legendary because Thomas just did the same thing with his HHC.
Yeah, I did my brand. I curated everything.
You guys are doing this shit off YouTube, bringing in these big ass companies.
Really, you too. Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
And we'll do things. That's what we'll partner on a lot of things.
Cool.
You don't see many people get their own cigar brand. It's because I'm really a cigar guy. It's not
that's why I had to ask. I know you're like, when you get that box in your hand, somebody buys at the store, you're like, yo, what the fuck? I used to be in trouble, and now I'm selling cigars, illegal shit
all over the world. Yeah. Where'd their boxes going out to fucking Germany, Italy? Wow, they're smoking the Crooked Diamond in Italy. Think of that. I mean, that blows my mind. It really does. A lot of things. Listen, I go on a lot of shows. I love what I do, and I love meeting a lot of you guys because I think we're all creators. We all enjoy what we do so much because you can't be good at and get where you are without enjoying it.
Yes.
I don't care what you tell me.
You have to like it at least.
You have to like it at the very least. And every one of you guys I meet, we all do. And we get excited. And I like what I like this. I'm excited.
As I say,
but I wanted to get back into a story too, so I didn't want to,
everybody out there, when this is coming out the end of the summer?
This is coming out end of summer. It's going to be Crooked Diamond. It'll be all over the place. They'll be able to Google it, anything you want. The Crooked Diamond. Matter of fact, we're going to do a show when it comes out. Smoke one of mine online, Whether you come to my, you and Ant. Listen, Marty, get ready. Get ready, Marty. You might be jumping in a seat.
I fucked up.
Oh, you fucked up. I was hoping I had to watch you.
I was trying.
You're my son's age, right?
I was trying.
You were my son's age, so I kind of look as that's my son. Stop it, son. My bad. Don't do stupid shit like that.
I tried.
You're about to fucking puke.
I'll be okay. I did. The first time I ever smoked a cigar, the first time I ever drank wine. I was 16, and I smoked it and inhaled it like a blunt. Mm-hmm. I got so sick. So I do know that. I do know not to do that. Okay.
Let's get back to the story.
I
know there's a lot of questions and a lot of shit people are going to want to know, or you're going to want to know here.
Yes, and I'm going to let you take it away because you're a fucking natural storyteller. So I'm just going to
smoke a joint, smoke a cigar.
Yeah, I'm going to throw some things down. I'm going to let you take it away.
Well, that does happen a lot, and that's okay.
That's what I want.
And in this format, which I like the best, is the best because I can talk about. My brain goes everywhere like everybody. Yours too. You know, creators have that. You're thinking about the next thing before you're fucking done with the one thing. You got so many, and your fucking brain is fucking a nut. We're nut houses. Yeah. We're, you know.
We call it rant city over here.
What do you
rant city? Like, yo, I'm fucking ranting for 30 minutes. We never even went back to that story. Are you kidding me, Marty?
Every episode.
We'll be for 3 hours. Go. We never even finished the story from the beginning.
Hey, my guy Benz, he's here, so he's my host. We do the same fucking thing. You know what we had to do now? We rant. We have fucking things off. We're all over the place. At the end of the show, we're ready to upload. Like I said, we don't know cut, none of this shit. It's going to be upload, okay, upload, bum, bum, bum. What did you talk about? We don't know.
Yep. It's a blur.
Every time.
It's fucking amazing. You know what he did last
crazy.
time? I got to give him Benz. He says, I got this. So he started just writing down a little thing. Yeah, him. He had so much on the board. I said, what the fuck is this shit? We talked about all this shit.
I really said this shit? Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
I know. I feel you. Like, we really talked about all that today?
It's weird to see it.
It really
It's like
made
being drunk.
I'm telling you. And then it's a good idea now because now in the subject we could at least put a like Meth Head Mike talks about tranny or fucking this one, or, you know, whatever the fuck, like you're gonna do, like, you know, guest Larry Lawton, whoever you talked about cigars, talked about pot, talked about his life, whatever you're gonna say, you'll probably remember it. Maybe you won't. You'll probably leave and say, "Good guess. What was his name?"
Every time I go, what did
All
we
of our
talk
favorite
about?
episodes, we say that
What did
afterwards.
we talk about? Every time, because it's just when you're lost in conversation, you don't remember because you're spark. Like you said, you go on to the next subject before you're even done with the first. But that's just when you're lost in conversation.
We do
That's
that.
what happens.
Creators, and I do that, and I do have my co-host that kind of gets me back online a little bit. Like you got Marty that does that same thing. So that helps, obviously, in getting online. But now we've really expanded because we have call-in. And we got we figured out we have our own Discord. Listen.
Yes, Discord.
We have a big Discord. And so on our show, it's called, anyway, it's The Real Deal with Larry Lawton. You can look at it on all major platforms. And when you look at the show, and you're going to see how we date them and Nate them and like, oh, fuck. And now we're going to see a little more because, you know, you try to get better and better. But you know what? I'm never going to stop. And I like that about you too. This is what it is. This is no cut. I don't give a fuck if I fucking puke or whatever. It is what the fuck it is.
Yep.
And people want that.
Of course, you don't have to sugarcoat anything and go, is that really what they're like off camera? Like, motherfucker, you forgot the camera was there. That's exactly what he's like.
You know how I know it's getting better and better, this interview? Your eyes are getting smaller and smaller.
Every time. Every time.
And I love it, man. I'm sitting here and I'm going to say, can I hang with this guy?
You'll be good.
Maybe I could. I'm pretty good at hanging.
Yeah, you don't got to.
No, but I'm not like my son. You know, those fucking guys wake and bake and fucking, and they fucking, they're better on it than off it.
What's becomes a part of your life? I mean, I smoke a lot.
You smoke every day? Every day?
Oh, yeah.
Can you quit for 3 weeks?
If I want to, I don't want to.
You can, no.
Oh, yeah. There'll be days I don't smoke all
I'm going to
day.
give you a little thing I do to myself every year. It's a little education for the audience. Every year, and I party, I do things or whatever, I'll say I quit for 3 weeks or something. I won't drink, I won't do pot, whatever it is. I don't go to tell my friends, oh, look, I'm fucking quitting. I go to the
Just do it.
Instead of, I'm a whiskey drink. I'm a 7 drink. I'm an old time, you know, Seagram 7 or 7 ginger.
Sevens.
Right, ginger. And I'll go there and I'll just order a ginger ale.
That's the first thing I ever ordered at a bar legally.
Yeah, most people did.
First thing I ever did.
Because you just knew how to say it, right? 7-7.
No, I got it made for me once and went, I know what that is. That's it. But yes, 3 weeks, you said?
And I quit something for 3 weeks. And the reason I do that is because it takes 3 weeks to make a habit. It'll take you 6 months to break it. So if you can stop it, I tell pot smokers, drug out people, I don't give a fuck what it is. Quit for 3 weeks. To yourself, look in the mirror at home, say fuck it. And now when your buddy comes, Marty says, fucking Thomas, I got this shit. It's the best you'll ever fucking smoke in the fucking world. This shit'll knock your dick in the dirt. You think you smoke weed? Blah, blah. And you say to him, hey, have fun. I'll see you in a few weeks. I'm just doing things. You got it. Lick, motherfucker. But the minute you say, Marty, bring that shit over, now you're not handling it because somebody made you do something you didn't want to do.
I see what you're saying.
Does that make sense?
Of course, yeah. Like,
I hate to, I'm not being a buzzkill now.
No,
We're in a party
some
here. I'm
people
not
need
quitting
it.
now.
Some people need that. Some people need the reset, is what it is. Like,
Yeah, the reset.
but for
Good
me,
one.
like The reason I always say it, the reason I smoke so much weed is because I was so poor my whole life. And we're like, yo, we got some weed, you got $5? All right, cool. One day we're going to be able to have a bunch of weed. And that's when I go, oh, yeah, I'll smoke another joint. Because why the fuck not? I go to their house. I'm going to work. I'll fucking smoke a joint while I'm editing. I don't give a shit. Because now it's different. It's like, oh, I'm going to go to work. I'm going to go to my house.
Do you now tell yourself, I'm not going to smoke until the show maybe? Or to keep yourself, or do you just smoke anytime? No, I mean, do you get up and smoke?
No.
Or you don't get up, wake and bake?
I get up and start fucking knocking out my shit and go, I'll smoke a bowl real quick.
Okay, after you get yourself going.
I used to wake up and I used to smoke like an ounce or two a day, every day. And then I started slowing down a little bit. Started slowing down.
I mean, that's more than fucking like packs of cigarettes.
Oh, yeah.
That's more than cigars I'll ever be.
Oh, I would smoke joints like that every day.
What?
Yeah.
All right.
But just because I was selling drugs at the time. I had nothing to do, you know? I had nothing to do. I was just selling weed. I'm like, I'll smoke more. Fuck it. But now, no, I got to be productive. I can be productive and smoke. I just rather start my shit than start rolling.
And I look at your age, and that's really a product of your age. You're my son's age. You guys are at that stage now where it's okay. We're smart. We partied a lot. Did crazy shit. Let's go get it.
Yeah, that's exactly
Let's fucking go get it. And I think that's very healthy. Some people don't do it that way. They're smarter, they're younger, they don't. But you got through so much and you got so much life experience, which is more important than anything, is life experience. And now you take your passion, your podcast, your stuff, what we do, content creation, and I got this now. And then you and I, we will have visions, where we're going to go, how it's going to go, everything we're doing. Mm-hmm. And that's such a healthy thing. But I've noticed it's your age, and it doesn't matter with pot and stuff. You'll see people who can't handle it. The first time they're not doing what they're supposed to do, and they make an excuse because they were partying, they couldn't do it. They got to really check themselves.
Oh, 100%. I did that to myself like 4 years ago. I missed a deadline for a video, but I was high as hell. I'm like, I'll do it tomorrow. And I saw some comments like, bro, you said it was going to be at 3, and it's fucking 3. And I'm like, I'll never do this again. I always compare it to, what if it's Sunday night and The Simpsons didn't come on after football? You'd be pissed. As a kid, I'm like, I can't do that anymore. That's the last time I did that shit. Like, no, people are waiting for this shit. My lazy ass needs to get up.
We're very productive on that too. We of course you have to take off. You tell your audience at what times you're not going to all that, yeah. But we post. We have times. We post on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 4 p.m. and Sundays at 2 p.m. Now, if something don't come out, people, where is he? When people say, is he dead? What the fuck? I think I took 2 times off. Something did happen. Larry died. Somebody was a rumor. What the fuck? I didn't die, motherfucker. Shit, not yet, man. Give me at least another few years to fucking smoke cigars and smoke weed.
Let my fucking cigars come out.
Yeah, wait till they come out. Then fucking kill me.
Sorry.
You got a couple fan questions here if you want.
You have some fan questions? Let's do that before I ask my next one.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
Dope as Usual podcast on Instagram. We got Gas Faucet. What was the scariest interaction you had in prison?
Oh, that's an easy one. I had a fight with a guy named Bonnie. Anyway, he was an Indian. He kept the fight was over a chair in a TV room and all this shit. Now you got to remember, I'm in maximum security prisons. I'm not in no bullshit prisons. And I ended up having a fight with him in the TV room. Got pretty good. And one of the ABs touched me, and I'll fuck him, but I kind of stepped back. I know what time it was, and he was a great guy, and they protected him. But the head of the Indians in the place I was at, Atlanta, USP Atlanta, worst prison in the country at the time, was a big. They call him chief, and a motherfucker was like 6'6", fucking whatever, and. After I fucking beat this guy, head of a Latin king, crazy motherfucker, multiple life sentence, comes up to my cell and goes, now I'm due to leave this prison because my security level's going down, so I'm getting to go to to me, it's a great prison. Obviously, other people think, well, you still at a fucking high level, but it was like crazy. And he comes into my cell. He comes in. When the chief comes, we got to kill him. We got my
shit.
I'm like, what the fuck is happening? I'm still hyped up from the fight and all this shit.
Seconds later?
Yeah, after the fight, and the AB stopped it and everything. It was all right. And the guy was never ratted. Nobody ever ratted. It wasn't like that. And I'm fucking, he's like, yeah, when he comes, I'll kill him. We get him when he comes in the door. And I'm like, my whole fucking life flashed in front of my eyes. And I'm like, what the fuck? I said, no, Reno ain't. And Reno just crazy because I helped this kid Reno be a bookie in prison, and he was a killer. I remember he was going to kill a guy. He said I said, Lino, I had to call him off with this other group. He said, Larry, you know him well because you're talking. I said, fucking pay him. You owe him $40. He's going to kill you. They end up doing all that shit, but comes up to me, says, Rito goes, oh, that fucking crazy story. But so he went to kill him, and then I'm fucking just, relax. Fucking relax, motherfucker. I'm hype up. I'm in myself. And I got shanks. I'm ready to go. That's how that goes. And the movement, every in prison, you don't just run around when you want. They have moves, like the 6 o'clock move, the 7 o'clock, and the 8 o'clock move is the last move of the night. Then you have to be locked in. So I knew the chief was coming back at the 8 o'clock move. And word already went out, to the different shit. And all of a sudden, I'm up in my cell, and in comes walking. I see a fucking shadow. Now, in prison, you don't enter a door. It's open. You knock on that frame of that door. I'm in maximum security. They'll kill you for that.
For just walking in?
Yeah. Who do you think you're walking in? It's my house. I live here, motherfucker. This is my house. And I did crazy shit to people because it was my house and they didn't shave. Crazy. I'll tell stories. But this incident, the chief come up to the door, knocked, and I'm in there ready, he knows I'm sweating. I'm hyped up. He goes, we're good, Larry. We're good. And I'm like, all right, what am I going to say? No, we're not. I'm going to fucking want to kill him now. No, the other guy was whatever. He's the boss. Apparently, the head of the ABs of the place and powerful guy talked to him, and they, hey, listen, Larry wasn't in the wrong on this one. It happened what it is. I stopped that at point, and Larry wasn't wrong. Because I'm thinking, holy shit. But to be honest, for the next 10 days I was in there, we had folding chairs. I had to put a folding chair, even though the place was locked. Folding chair. I had my shank here, another shank ready to go, because I don't know if they're gonna come in and one of these times rush me and fucking, it wasn't really good. Or the guy was an Indian, and he wore a headdress, so his eyes, you couldn't see the swelling in the eyes. The structure. He needed stitches. But he had big lips, so it didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? He was well hidden and never ratted. Good dude, man. I get a lot of props. Just think words got twisted the wrong way, and that shit can kill somebody in prison.
So the scariest thing was like, I'm gonna be here for fucking ever.
No.
Oh, that was
when I was facing life.
No, I meant because you were like, we have to kill him. I'm gonna be here forever.
Yeah. Oh, that's exactly what I'm thinking. I had a date. See, they call it. When you have a date. See, people in federal prison, when they have a life in prison, they call them letters. You got letters. Yeah. You're never getting out. There's no parole after 25 or this shit. You get life. You got letters on your jacket, and you don't leave that prison until they say dead, or whatever, the system. Now, I didn't have that. I mean, the prison I had 2,000 inmates, 880 had life. That crazy fucking place. Crazy place. But forget those prisoners. You can look. Actually, it's funny because in Atlanta, if you look up the USP Atlanta Penitentiary, I'm one of their notable inmates. Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Some fucking fan said, you're on the notable site of the United States Penitentiary Atlanta. I mean, I was there and all that, and it tells what I did and all that shit and what I do and stuff. But Al Capone is there. Fucking the guy from down. I said, shit, I'm in good company. No.
If I'm going to be on a list, at least it's that fucking list.
Don't be a shitty one.
Good question. What did you say, Fawcett?
Gas Fawcett. I recognize the name. That's why I picked
That
it.
was a good question,
I just saw it.
That was a good question.
Okay, so my question leading into this. You said you're about $15, $18 million deep, stealing all these diamonds and jewels on your run. And how long of a span did it take to steal that?
Oh, sure. My run was from 1989 to 1996. I had a 7-year run.
Years?
Yeah,
They didn't
years.
catch you?
You know who wanted me? The people who hated me the most. Now, you got to remember this, Thomas. I didn't fucking hurt people. I wasn't beating people with pistol whipping them. No, they were getting armed robbery. It was rough. I'm not trying to justify anything I did. I really am not. But the people, every store I robbed, let's just say they made money. They put an insurance claim in. One time the FBI comes to me and goes, Larry, you got $1.2 million out of that store. I said, no, what? I go, I got about 800. He laughs, because he knows that the owner just sold the fucking store and made more money. Listen, you get robbed. You own a store out here and you get wiped out. Everything in that store you just sold to the insurance company.
Yeah, I guess so.
Right?
Yeah.
So you know who hated me? The fucking insurance companies. They hated me. The FBI, when I got caught, the guy's name was Matt Mullen. He was a nice guy, too. He was looking for me. He goes, I was looking for you for 5 or 6 years because they had my MO, but they didn't know who I was. And I didn't know that they fucking flood the areas with FBI agents. I'm after by the big boys. I ain't after. Listen, state police, much respect. They suck. So, I mean, they don't have the resources. They don't have the money to follow people to do it. Listen, the FBI wants you. They'll send the fucking F-16 to fucking Miami and bring a witness here in fucking 2 hours. You know what I'm getting at? I mean,
Yes,
the
they go
FBI is
all out.
all out, all the money in the world.
So you're robbing these places by yourself?
No, I have a crew.
Oh, okay. How many people?
Up 3, maybe 4.
Okay, so it's
in
a
my
lot of
crew,
people.
even 5. I had a 6. Let me think. Who else is not in jail? No, shit. They're all not. Everything's done. I ended up getting arrested in '96.
So 7 years.
Yes, from '89.
And this guy's going, who is this man? For 5 years. And he tells you, yeah, I've been looking for you for 5 fucking years.
Oh yeah. He said he was going to retire. Swear to my children, he said that. I'm going to retire. He goes, I got your ass. I'm going to retire. And he was nice. He was an Irish guy. And he was at a Philly office too, the major case squad, when they put you on something and it's like they're fucking rabbits, you know, they're going to get you. Don't ever fuck with you. I love people. Oh, the fucking FBI. Fuck you. They're good.
Yes.
They got all the money in the world all the time. And when that agent retires or dies, there's another fucker sitting in his exact position, exact case, ain't fucking. Go to a local police department. They lose a budget. The guy fucking retires. This guy didn't fucking do the case. Where's it going?
Yeah.
You know, but don't fucking tell me the FBI
That's the
fucking
government.
sucks. That is the U.S. of fucking A.
Oh my God. Okay, so 7 years they're looking for you. You guys are robbing these places, walking out, selling. I'm assuming selling this, getting your money. You don't know what.
Well,
to spend
I
the money
had,
on.
you know, it's not. You don't just sell it. That's how people get caught. You have fences. You go to your fence. He takes the fucking. You bring a fence, $1 million in diamonds, and I negotiate after going through the whole thing. I walk away with $350, 35%, depending. You know, that's the 30%. I just give a rough estimate.
Gotcha,
30.
gotcha.
But and sometimes watches or certain things are high end, and he'll want it, or diamond is so perfect. You literally got the shit on a table, and now at the end, I got so close with him, and I just drop it off. I knew about what it was. He'd say, "Come on, get your money," and I'd meet him down in Little Italy, New York, and I'd always go to fucking Positano's or Il Catillo. See, I never forget. I got a bracelet for you too.
Is that a restaurant?
Yeah, I got a bracelet for you. It says Larry Lawton. I'll never forget. I got it for all you guys.
I love it.
You like the fucking memory? Huh? Fuck this. This will do me good. This will bring back all the crazy shit. No, I'm kidding. But Il Catillo's or Positano's, we used to go, and I would have a bag of cash. Fucking, I'm eating my vodka rigatoni. Oh, I love vodka rigatoni. And the pasta. And I'm a big guy, and I was big. I mean, I got my heaviest was 300. You know, now I'm a svelte 240. Fucking. You couldn't hold back, could you, when I said that?
I heard it from Marty.
Yeah, the fucking skinny guy in the fucking room.
skinny dude.
The fucking skinny guys always got to laugh at us fat guys calling us svelte. Right, Marty?
Nah, listen, I'm wildly out of shape right now. I need to get my fucking shit together.
wildly out of shape.
Reality, yeah.
So you're walking in, you're getting so comfortable. You go ahead, I trust you. Give me my money. And you,
Yeah, I mean, I
leave.
got to know him very well.
So in movies, when the diamond people steal everything, they go to a warehouse that has one big light, and they split everything up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, such bullshit. You know, I did a video. You got to watch it. It's on Vanity Fair. It's got about 11 million views.
Jesus.
And I review movies. That's how I got into YouTube. They fucked me, and I got into YouTube.
Real, they were reviewing. Like,
Vanity Fair hired me to do a video. Not hired me. They paid my expenses from Florida to New York. This is Vanity Fair, you know, big time shit.
Yes.
And they wanted to do this video with me, and when we discussed in a contract, I ended up doing 2 videos actually. But we're in there, and we do this video on robbery. They produce it. Now, let me tell you, people don't know this. The 24th floor in the Freedom Tower is all studios owned by Connes Travel. It's studios around the whole fucking 24th floor of the world, New Freedom Tower. So I go up there, I go meet friends before we gotta get fucked up. Drink it. We have a $491 liquor bill. And we get fucked up. My brother was there, and then I go to the shoot the next day, and I'm a professional. What time I was there, call, and boom, boom, we do this video. Now, the contract, the thing they wrote me was, hey, if you get 150,000 views to 180, that's good and all this, within the 3-week period, you know how YouTube works. He says, we're going to discuss a contract with you. You fly to New York, do videos all week, we'll make a good contract. So this is a great story because I fucking do this show. That's only 2 years and 6, whatever, not even 6, 2 years and 3 months or whatever ago. And I fucking, I'm waiting, and now this video is fucking getting views. I'm calling a buddy of mine in New York, Billy. He says, Billy, man, he goes, they're going to call you, lad. Fuck, they got the golden fucking goose. They're going to fucking call you. My brother, who's there, he's coming in every day. He goes, how many more? And every day, fucking subscribers. I have no YouTube. I start a fucking YouTube because they don't call me. Vanity Fair doesn't call me. Never even a thank you, motherfucker. Never even a bottle of scotch said, man, this video to this day is 11 million fucking views on there. So he says, so I don't hear from him. And the people contact me, I don't got any of this shit. I open a fucking YouTube, bam, 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 bam. Meet a kid, it was edited, good, everything we do, so we're growing, and this thing's just blasting off. I get an email from fucking Vanity Fair, and the email is, can you please sign the release for the second video? Mind you, these motherfuckers never even said, great video, budgets change, weekend, here's a bottle, thank you.
Yeah.
Never paid my $491 liquor bill. Pissed me off. Now you fuck on my $491 of liquor. So we go, and he sends me this email, and now they can't release the next video without my signature. I'm a fucking thing. I'm a crazy motherfucker. I go on LinkedIn. I fucking pay for the service, and I find out who the CEO of fucking Connes Travel, the fucking parent company, the COO, the CFO. I'm getting all their emails from LinkedIn and business deals. Yeah. Put it in the thing. I write back. Not only do you not have permission to use any of my content, what was in that contract, I'm very disappointed. You said this. You didn't do this. You didn't even pay my $491 bill. I didn't say liquor on it in the email. And fucking, I hear back from one of the big wigs there. And said, first of all, 3 days later, I'm in the office. Teresa's in the office. She goes, I just got a check for $491. I start fucking, I didn't know. It didn't click yet. I ended up fucking, I said, okay. I said, that's the liquor bill for that one, for the account and shit. Anyway, fucking, I get an email saying, Mr. Law, we really apologize. Now I'm blowing up. I'm in the hundreds of thousands already of fucking subscribers.
Not even a million yet.
I mean, listen, I hit million faster than anyone. Almost 1 year, a week over a year, we hit 1 million subscribers.
Fuck,
right?
I'm only 1 year.
Yeah, I'm at 1,000,004, I think it is. But we're growing, we're doing crazy shit. So listen to this, you're gonna love this, and that's in 1.5 years. This is 2 years. I'm only in this thing 2 years.
Yeah,
all because of fucking Vanity Fair. But the CEO said people's heads rolled. They dropped the ball. We apologize. We hope we could do business in the future. And that was it. Didn't tell me even sent the $490, but I can guarantee someone said, send that motherfucker's money, and we got somebody better email them and try to, because they're big corporate people. And that's what
they run you over like, oh, who gives a fuck? It's like, oh, he's pissed? Oh, he's not going to sign this shit. And they're like, oh, well, we need him now. Can we be nice to the guy now?
Fucking right.
Fucking dicks.
And that's corporate. And you don't get that with little guys I'm starting to deal with, us guys. We to make a deal, we can fucking make a deal and handshake in. And I love that. I love that.
Yeah, we've dealt with some corporate people when we first started. We didn't realize that they don't give a shit about you. Yeah. They don't give a fuck.
Bottom line, man.
God, I shook your hand. I thought you were a nice dude. Fuck you, man.
Yeah. Next thing he said, Thomas, who's on the phone?
Who?
I don't know who the fuck Thomas is.
Will you how much?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know where that's at. Well, it's coming soon. Check's on the way.
It's another division. Let me patch you through. Mm-hmm. Hey, right? Am I Marty? And they're on hold. I get so fucking mad. I want to get in the car and go down there and bust somebody's fucking head open.
Yeah. Oh, that's what we said. Like, yo, I know where you live. But that's a different story. We're nice people. That's exactly what we said. Like, we know where this man lives, right? I'm just going to get my money from him or take something from him.
This is, I'll bet this is going fast, this show.
Well,
I bet we're going fast.
what time we at?
112.
Oh, it's not too
Fuck,
bad.
no, I'm here, I said, but it's fun because, there's so much, my life is crazy. I mean, when I say crazy, I've been shot. I've been stabbed twice. I stabbed 2 people. Had 11-hour back surgeries, other surgeries. Been fucking rolled in a tundra 3 times. Never dropped my cigar.
The whole time?
The fucking whole time. That's a true story. It only happened a year and a half ago or something like that.
Never dropped my cigar.
I swear. I'm driving 45. A fucking Lincoln hits me broadside. Goes right through everything. Lights, stop sign in a rural area where I live. Just hits me at the right. Otherwise, they said another foot and you were dead. But anyway, hits me. It rolls a Tundra, a brand new fucking 6-week-old Tundra. It's rolling me down. I got a cigar. I'm going to a poker game. I didn't drop that fucking cigar the whole fucking way. I'm on my fucking. There's someone in here who knows the story. He was there, and I was fucking having such a blast. I'm hurting. I had a concussion. I'm fucking bleeding a little. I'm doing all the shit. And I got my cigar in my hand. I was calm. I make a phone call, and like
You'll never find a guy smoking a cigar that's not having fun.
Is that how you got your deal?
There's my new tagline. You can roll 3 times in a Tundra, not drop your cigar, and you're having a good day.
I made a call.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking right. Minor concussion, but with 7 already. What the fuck? I had 8 of them now. So what's 8? What the fuck?
It's only right you got a deal. It's like some pro athlete.
Yeah, right. It's only right you got the deal. Whoa.
Any questions? He had questions.
Yeah, we go off on rants here.
Did you have
It's
questions?
okay.
Yeah, I got a question for you.
That was the one?
Well, I remember another one. I was
That was the
wondering
first.
same thing.
You don't even know yet. You already forgot what we talked about earlier.
No, I already know what we're talking about. We're talking about Chief and all that. That was the first one?
No, that was that story. But before that, what did we talk about?
Yeah.
And wait, which part?
Which part? There was a lot.
There's a lot.
Do you ever play GTA online heist missions?
Matter of fact, one of my big videos, 6 million views, is me reviewing a GTA game of a heist. And I have gone on there. I've played. I do videos. A friend of mine is a guy with 5.6 million subscribers, Expert Thief. He's a good friend of mine. He considers me almost like his mentor, with life. Great kid, too. Really a good kid, Expert Thief. But so I do go on GTA. I have not gone on. I'm not a fan of gaming per se. I like gaming or whatever. But I'd rather have like a 7-year-old kid running the controls.
And me watching some crazy shit.
Yeah, because that kid is good.
It's like a movie.
Fuck yeah.
And I do the same thing. My cousin plays. Wait, kill all these fools real quick.
Yeah, and you're just sitting there, smoke a joint. Man, look at this shit.
Because they're like movies right now. Oh. You got the auto cutscenes or movie scenes.
Yeah, we do have a pretty good gaming audience too that want me to do more and more. But as well as I do, man, this is work. This isn't like, oh, I'm doing it now. Let's go. You know what I mean?
100%.
And people don't get that. And now gaming
hours out of life. Like, yo, I got businesses. This has to be a business, or I can't sit here and play games. It has to.
Exactly. 100%. And that's the way I look at it now. But that's your answer for GTA. Matter of fact, there was a whole push online to get a character of me in GTA.
I can see it. I'm
easy.
envisioning how easily that could be. We're getting pretty deep in that world on this show. We've had some big gamers on. And
I've had Franklin, the guy who plays. I've had Lamar.
Nice.
I've had Franklin. No, what's the head guy? The Lester.
Oh, Lester.
For a long time on GTA, I was reviewing games, and I used to call him a punk. I said, that motherfucker ain't no leader. If that fuck was a leader, I'd let that guy talk to me like that, I'd fucking kill him. Lester's a punk. Lester could never fucking run my crew. I'm what it sound like. People were going out and putting hits on Lester in games. I swear to God, it's fucking nuts. And I'm fucking like... And the gang goes, let Larry take over Lester. It's on Reddit and Survey, all this shit.
That'd be fucking awesome.
And it's kind of funny like that. My son was just talking to me about gaming and GTA. And my editor today told me, hey, bring the whatever thing is. What's the box? Oh, the Xbox. Bring the fucking Xbox. Like, when the fuck do I got time to
I
fucking
know
sit and play
I have a
fucking
PS5.
GTA?
I've
Oh,
only played it 3 times.
See?
Since I got it.
you get it.
We're trying to build a business around it.
Yeah, if I can build a bit in
agree,
Twitch
yeah.
and do that, I'll
Us
do it.
too.
Because the fans want it. It
They
makes
want
sense.
it. It's fun. Video games are fun. It's
What
just
they
time.
want, exactly what mine. The same thing. Hit that. That'll do good.
Oh yeah, the hash browns.
Yeah, it's yours too.
Tropical melon.
Right.
Bomb.
See,
Good shit.
And this is the cigar.
Dab the right thing.
Like
That's the next business we're getting in.
Rosin.
No, pot business.
Nice.
Well, you know, we want to think about. We were thinking. Let me just put it. Even putting up our podcast. That's one of the things we're thinking. We're also thinking of maybe having our own strain. You know, a pot that's really good and whatever.
That's a given.
Yeah, and
I used to
exactly.
see you guys doing that.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's part of our demographics, like yours. Believe me, our demographics are yours. We are
Yes.
18 to 44, 83% male.
We're like 90% male.
But we're 92 overall, but I'm talking about in that demographic, what I just said for advertising. But for the overall, we're 92 or 94% male.
Yeah. Yeah, we're same demographic.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why this is. I said that's why people would. I've had people say, "When you going on this show? When you going on your show?"
Oh, dude, it's nonstop. People ask all the fucking time, and it's funny because I always saw the name. Go, I don't know who that is, man. And I'm scrolling that. Like I said, I was on the one night. Go, get this fucking guy. Who is this guy? Like, we need him on the show. And that's when I'm like, oh, that's the person they keep fucking asking for.
I'm thinking even of coming out to LA more, like once a month, renting a house and doing shit. So you know, out here,
It'd be worth it for you.
yeah. I mean, the people and all we can all do. You know, all of us get together. And one thing matter of fact, one of my guys was saying is true. YouTubers tend to help each other. You don't see them being assholes.
I haven't really met Eddie.
I haven't really, and you'll see others. Oh, you get the fucking world is. You know how big fucking YouTube is.
Yeah.
You know how big this
Take
shit.
it away from me.
Yeah, you fucking.
Even if
There's
you are, step it
billions
up
of
then.
people watching it. You know that.
Sorry, what's up?
No, you know what I mean.
There's little hierarchies, like in like stand-up comedy and like different things. There's like there's the cool kids and all that shit. It's not really like that.
Yeah,
We
not
all-
in YouTube,
Right?
because
No,
if
it isn't. It really isn't. I've noticed that.
You watch everybody.
And you do, and you like the person for whatever you like them for. Then like we meet, and then now you say, then you get hooked. You say, I remember I should ask Larry on my show. When I have you on the show, it's gonna be the same. Fuck, I should ask.
You should ask that shit.
Fuck.
We do that every time we leave.
Yeah, of course.
Did I not? Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
It was in my notes. I didn't even ask.
Yeah.
I do it all the time. I do
We're
it
the same
all the
fucking
fucking
way.
way.
I got one right now. So what advice do you give to just Andy Dufresne, just your regular guy going
You're a
into
regular
prison,
prison guy.
going in for the first, doesn't belong there, like terrified? What advice do
Right.
you give that
Okay.
guy?
Yeah. I mean, that's just a question depending on what they did and where they're going. You know, if you go to a camp, you're a doctor and you fucking fuck off on 15 grand or whatever the fuck, you know, some bullshit, and you're doing 3 months in prison. That's a fucking camp. Let's face it, that's a vacation for you and me. Right now, we go away for three months. You go, you know what? I needed that. You know, but get the fuck away from everything. You know, not a phone. Fuck it. Just fuck it. You know, get in shape. But that's a whole different animal than going to even a low, but a medium or high. That's tough. And if it's a high, that's a tough, and it depends on what they crime. Was it a sexual related? Was a we call, you know, drug crime, robbery crime, that kind of. You rob rape an old lady, and the people, you know, they remember they got a mom, they got a dad. You know, kind of an honor code, as stupid as it sounds, but it is one. So that, you know, that's that loaded question.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, that'd be fucking horrifying. Just like, is there a path of not being gang related if you're just a regular dude?
Yeah, and it depends on the prison, and can get rough in some, and it depends on your age and how you handle yourself. You know, a lot of people said, Larry, man, you made prison, but you know, you're a big guy, you know, which I am, a pretty good fighter, big guy. But it was never that survived me prison. It was the brain, knowing shit before it come, knowing who to talk to, knowing who to be around. That's the kind of things I think you look for in people, period.
Yes.
You know, because listen, I don't care how tough you are, there's someone tougher.
Always.
You know, I don't care everything. No matter what thing we're going to talk about, that's just a given, you know. So then you have to use your brain. And most of guys like us or whatever, it depends, you know, sometimes they're not. They're a fucking corporate geek that doesn't going to be fucked up. But then there's a street kid, you know, and understands where they're gone. It's a nerve-wracking thing, but okay. You know, I know how to talk to people. I don't want to shut my fucking mouth. I don't want to say something. I don't want to piss someone off. I kind of look around what's going on, you know, the feet, the pressure. You can feel tension in prison. That's the one thing I tell people.
Oh, you could feel
I would imagine it never
feel it.
stops. Like, I would imagine you'd never.
You know,
not
there's
feel it.
times when we fucking get high and do shit and do all that crazy shit. And you got to be comfortable around certain people. Even though it's so crazy, I always say that. You know, my cellie, he killed a guy with an axe handle, but he was really a good guy. And it sounds so fucked up now when you think about it. I knew another guy fucking killed a guy and cut his head off with a shank. But, you know, he was nice to us. So, you know, how does that sound when you think about it? I think about people go, you know, Larry just said he was a good guy and he killed fucking 2 people with an axe handle. You know? That is
Yeah, your baseline for judging people has to be different. Like, you have to
take it and with the situation. Like, yeah, he murdered 4 people, but
but he likes me.
And he's nice to me.
Yeah, you
He's a
know.
good guy.
Were your ties on the streets? Did it make your life easier in there? Or
Oh,
were you
yeah,
just
with mine for sure because of the mobsters. But in even other people, if they knew one guy can vouch for him, knew him from the neighborhood. I don't know how good that is when your neighborhood's all going to jail, you know.
True. So this is going to lead into that exact thing. You said the guy catches you, says, I'm retiring. What happens the day the guy you get in trouble when you finally get caught for 7 years, 1996?
Gotcha.
Because I want to lead into what Marty's asking about jail.
Yeah.
He catches you. What do you do that day? You wake up the day you get in trouble. What is
The day
that
I'm
day
caught?
like? What is that day
That's
like?
the helicopter over the house shit, movie shit.
That's what I'm wondering.
I had a townhouse with a fucking 9-foot bar. At this time, it's 96. Computers were nothing. Now I'm bookmaking. I'm the biggest bookie from South Florida to fucking Central Florida. And I had a computer, and I remember I had like a 6-time modem and whatever fucking car. I don't know what the fucking shit was. All I know is 3 years later, my son's fucking 9. I tell him I got him a computer. He says, that thing's a piece of shit. So that's 3 fucking years. And he's fucking 9 years old. He don't want my shit. So anyway, so that day, you know, I there was a guy, we used to have steaks and shit. It was like a party house, you know, obviously. And my wife, I have a 15-month-old daughter at the time, you know, during the day, she says, I think someone was following me. Now, I think that's true.
She said that?
She said that. Like, I'm thinking, hey, fucking. But I think mobsters know how much you're making this. You don't trust, you know, you're in a world of not the fucking most, you know, honorable people. So you're wondering who's following. Is it the cops? Is it this? Now, a month before this, we had a getaway of a fucking crazy robbery in fucking Fairless Hills, Pennsylvania. You know, the shootout and all that kind of shit. Not shootout, because I didn't shoot back. But anyway, we go at that day, and fucking, she has my daughter in her arms. She goes out to get the mail at the end of the cul-de-sac. I hear her scream, "They're coming!" I jump out of my fucking chair. Door flies open. It's the ninja motherfuckers. I turn around and go out the back patio with the jacuzzi. They're fucking coming in with the fucking masks and this shit. Oh, shit. Helicopter high up above. This is at 5 o'clock on a Monday. Some neighbors, no, they don't know I'm a gangster, but some think I'm this good guy. And boy, they fucking were in for a shock that day. Because they closed off the whole fucking cul-de-sac at 5 o'clock at night. I mean, it's totally done. Then the guy, again, the FBI puts me down. I got $3,000 in my pocket. $3,000 in my pocket, fucking, you know, Rolex, fucking nice sneakers. And I know jail. What the fuck? He says, I know, I say, hey, listen, can I give my wife the money and the stuff and the ring and all? She goes, yeah. They didn't even care. Well, it was a hot watch, not jewelry, money, cat, sneakers, change them. They weren't assholes. You know what I mean? They did their job. They weren't trying to do more than they had to do. They were cops that had a job to do. They caught me. Mine was to always evade them. It is what it is. You know what I mean? So I'm okay with that. I'm okay today. I tell young people, even ratting. I said, what is ratting and all this? I tell them this. You and me doing a crime and you getting off time because you could tell on me, that's ratting. Your mom getting robbed in her neighborhood, her calling the police is not ratting. Fucking got robbed. She's a civilian. She's supposed to do and catch you. If you're stupid enough to fucking get caught, you're a fucking jerk off, and you shouldn't have been robbing the old lady anyway. am I making sense?
100%. It's the clearest you could have put it, man.
Okay.
If you don't get that, what the fuck are you doing? Like, that was
There's
very
more
easy.
stone than we are.
100% they are. I hope everybody at home is just ripping bongs right now.
Yeah.
We can't really smoke bongs on YouTube because YouTube would get pissed at that. So we keep it to the joints.
Oh, is that what it is? They don't mind the joints?
Yeah, we try to like just
Tiptoe on this channel.
Tiptoe, yeah.
He's got a full weed.
Have you been
channel.
shut down? Have you been demonetized for that?
My regular channel, my big one, has been deleted before, but I got it back. So I do all my weed shit on there. It's just
And you got it back? You made the argument?
yeah, Marty got it back for me.
Good for you, Mark.
Yeah.
Made the argument that it's entertainment, it's whatever.
Yeah, I did all that.
A little different.
We know how that works, right, Darian? Our guys are in the back
different.
here, too. They know that shit. They go, fuck, what the fuck did we do today?
I feel you, but so sorry, I got off track a little bit. They're coming. You said the ninjas coming. Basically, they put you down. They let you change your shit.
Well, no, not just give those items.
Give it away.
And then I'm cuffed there. And they had a warrant for the house, but all they had was for me. And any excess of cash and any jewelry equipment or shit like that. And they did miss cash because I had a safe in my bedroom under the rug.
And they didn't see it?
Yeah, there was $50K in there, so they missed that. But they weren't, again, they really wanted me. They got me, and I'm sitting on the curb. And then they take me in the car, and they go to, at this time in 96, was one of the new facilities that they had the fingerprint machines, you know, where you put your thing on each prong. They, remember the old way? Fucking yeah. This is the real, so they processed me. Didn't even ask me questions. Fucking didn't do a fucking thing. I didn't ask them. They didn't ask me. We both knew what the fuck we're here for.
You knew what it was for.
What the fuck? Yes. The FBI ain't coming down your door because you're fucking like Mother Teresa or robbed a fucking beer at the corner drugstore.
So how, if they've been looking for you for so long, how did they finally realize that it's you?
Yeah. Great story. The last robbery I was telling you about, a lady.
Where they were shooting.
Yeah, but that was the
Pennsylvania.
robbery of the store. Before the store, we were casing other stores. And I went into a store and I looked at a ring, but we didn't rob that store. But the lady took my plate number down because she wanted to sell me a ring. She wanted to get, come back because I was looking at nice, expensive rings. That's how you case stores. So she just happens to have my plate number. I don't know this, of course, at the time. Look at your face.
That's insane. Oh, and I'm feeling the same way. Yeah.
Let me tell you. So what happens is the lady has this. I don't know this, of course. The FBI, when a robbery happened of my modus operandum, the way it's done, the FBI flooded the area. They fucking checked every jewelry store in the area and went in. Was anybody try to ask these questions before? They're casing it. They went in, they confiscated every camera in Wawa stores and fucking 7-Elevens. And they actually got me that in one of my convictions. I am seen in a Wawa store next to the jewelry store the day of or the day before in Savannah, Georgia. I think it was Savannah, Georgia robbery. One of that robbery, so they know you're there. It might Marietta, or I don't know which one. It was in Georgia for sure. Because those are the states, I don't know. But that's how they fucking got. Then I'm not even on the car because it's a rent-a-car. I'm not on the car. Fat Tommy, who works for me, is. And Tommy's 350 pounds. I'm not 350. I'm a big guy, but nothing like that. Didn't look like him or anything. But I was the co-driver, like, an add-on because you had to have it in case you had a legitimate accident. And once they ran my name, the fucking flags went up. The fucking thing, organized crime, busted for drugs 6 months before or whatever. Not, fucking all the crazy shit. And then they got me. And then they ended up convicting me on 4 stores. And I don't know how many millions, but they closed 22 cases. And upwards of 18 million.
All from just that.
Fuck.
That's how you get taken down because the lady really wants to do her job well.
Exactly.
Oh, fuck. I had to know.
But you know what? This is a true story or true feeling. I'm glad it happened because it didn't happen at a time where it got crazy and someone did get killed. I had planned a robbery before that that's in my book about kidnapping the owner and fucking getting $12 million out of the Fountain Blue Hotel, an H. Stern jeweler. And We had dynamite ready to put on the wing, take the family hostage and make him go in the morning and get the diamonds with me, and I'll have dynamite on him. And if I tell him, I got this thing, if you pull over this cops, you hit someone, I'm going to step out of here and I'm going to hit this button, you're going to blow up. And your family's going to die if they don't ever hear from me every, hour or whatever it is, because we got a guy back at the family. Never happened, obviously, because if it is, that's no statute of limitation. So even if that robbery happened, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying, guys? So it's a different charge. It's a big time federal. It's kidnapping and it's the whole works. So why, being caught, if you want to call it, probably saved my life. In a lot of ways. Get out of the mob business, get more power. I was getting jewelry, and then you become bigger. You're limo. You get into this before you. I mean, you're big in the system, but it's gonna crash like a fucking elephant on a fucking mouse. And it does. It's at most 99%. I got busted probably luckily because we didn't plan that next crazy heist or whatever. Because if I didn't, and I did one more and it was the wrong one, because the FBI asked me to go, you're so good, you had so much money, you did all this shit, why are you fucking doing this? You could retire. And you know what it was? We like pot or whatever you like, acid, I'm an acid nutty. Fucking there's better high there than I've ever had in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a high that you can't explain. And I've done every drug, so it's not about drugs. It's a high.
What is it, just knowing that you can
It's an
go in and go, I
adrenaline.
can
It's
get
an
all that
adrenaline
shit.
thing that you beat the system. You beat these people. You want to be a fly on the wall and that fucking thing. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
And when you think about that, you say, that's the ultimate high everyone chases everywhere. You chase the best high. That's why people do different drugs. They try to get a little more. You're chasing that perfect high you had one time, or you want to get to that perfect high. Same with that adrenaline. I mean, there's nothing I can do to get to that high. Maybe it is. Maybe I can fucking make a conglomerate and fucking save fucking half the world. I don't. You know what I'm getting at? Who the fuck knows? But it's just that high, and a lot of people don't get that.
But did your mind state change about like what path you wanted for life during your time in prison, or was it through like the Vanity Fair thing and now? Like,
No. I was doing good. I developed the #1 program in the country to help people. I'm the only ex-con in the United States who's an honorary cop.
What?
Look, I get that. You can look it up online. Listen, I developed a program. It's called the Reality Check Program. This is true. It's the #1 program that helps young people stay out of trouble. And it's even used by court systems and police agencies and everything.
Oh, wow.
So a police agency calls me, and you know how I am because I haven't changed even fucking before YouTube or anything. They fucking come to me and they say, listen, we use your program. We love your program. We'd like to, fly in and vet your program and come on anytime you want. Police chief was a sweetheart. To this day, he's a great friend and everything. So he comes back and then he goes back home and they talk about my program and this. They want to make me an honorary police officer. Now, I've been offered that. And I look at the police department. If they're jerk offs or shit, go fuck yourself, But this police department, they don't give out fucking tickets for fuck. They don't give out awards in the police department for the most arrest or most deal. You know what he gives out awards for? The cops that help the person on the street with a flat tire. He gives out an award for the guy who speaks at a church or whatever it is. So he's rewarding him for doing shit that's for us,
yes.
For the people. And I love that. And he's true to it. True to it as a fucking day is long. And then I said, okay, so there's a big ceremony around this whole country. ABC, so you Google it everywhere. Every major network had it on. I was on every TV station in the country being sworn in as the only ex-con to this day who's honorary police officer.
That's insane.
What a feeling.
Yeah, no, I hate. I don't hate. I don't hate.
So
I don't like the way some cops are. I support good cops big time. If they're a good cop, they're doing the right thing. I often tell people, "Oh, the cops suck. Fuck the cop." Your mother's getting robbed. You want to call a 911 or 411?
100%. I say it all the time. Defund the police. So when you're getting robbed, who are you going to call?
Right. What are you going to do?
The fuck
so
you gonna
I want
do?
my mom to get the good cops, but you also have to have cops that are into the cities, into the helping the people. So when they catch a kid smoking weed, doing the bullshit, or whatever the fuck he's doing,
Those are rare.
they don't ruin their life.
Those are rare.
That's why you need more.
I've
of those.
encountered one in my whole life.
Isn't that sad? And is it because you're brown? Maybe. Is it because I don't know? You don't know.
I don't know, but we're all drinking. He goes, all right, guys, all right, guys, come on, just pour them out, clean it up, and leave. And I'm like, yo, thank you, because I have to graduate this week. I would have been fucked. It was the last week of school. I'm like, that's the first cop I ever met that was nice to me. Good shit. But I see what you're saying. So I don't say fuck the cops, go fuck that cop.
Right. Oh, I do that all the time. If the cops, I look at them, I go, what a stupid jerk. I watched the piece on 2020 about this Quinn family and fucking thing. She gets kidnapped. These cops fuck it up so bad. I go, what the fuck are these morons doing? You know what I mean? Yeah. It's terrible. But, but again, I support good cops. And these people, they actually gave me the badge. Here's another one that'll fuck you up. I'm the only ex-con in the United States to be recognized on the floor of the United States Congress. I am in the congressional fucking records. Smoking a joint with you.
Let's go.
So when I mean what a feeling, I'm saying when you're in jail going, this sucks, to one day I'm going to be getting
recognized on the floor of Congress. How fucked up is that?
I mean, that's the path you're supposed to be on, but isn't it? Because when we do accomplish crazy shit, I'm like, how the fuck does I was just selling packs and Merced, and then now I'm thinking, I can't believe this is real. So there is that moment where you think, holy shit.
It's a powerful mind, just depending on what it's being applied to.
Yes.
Basically,
It is, and it's amazing when you say that because it's, you look at it and say, okay, you did that, great, you did this, but you still strive for more. You strive for
every day.
As a disabled vet, I can actually physically retire, pensions, all this kind of crazy shit. But I love what I do so much, and I want to see the young people around me and people all grow and make this fucking thing so big. Again, the cigar brand, that's fucking huge because it's all over the fucking world. You smoke a crooked fucking diamond.
It's like
best cigar, and I'm a cigar smoker.
A legal thing that I'm going to do that I actually like. That's why I had to ask if you're a cigar smoker, because it's even like stronger for you. You know what I mean? This is something you are passionate about.
People are hearing this for the really first time. This is the longest time we sit and explain what we're doing with this thing and everything.
I'm fucking glad.
This is great.
I can see it on your face. You're excited. And that's what we're here for, man. This is awesome. Fuck yeah, accomplishments. That's sick.
All right, now one more to tell you something. When I got out of prison, 2007, I ended up getting out, and a friend goes to me, Larry, I need a favor. I said, what the fuck? You want me to break somebody's legs? I just got out of prison. Leave me the fuck alone. He goes, no, I caught my... Now, this is 2007. He goes, end of 2007. He goes, because I got out August 24th. He says, I caught my 16-year-old smoking weed, and he told me, fuck you, Dad. Where you ever been? He's a successful guy. He was a golf pro. And I said, your dad told you, your son told you that, 16-year-old kid? I'll speak to your son. I fucking go in. I happen to have pictures of kids who are dead, kids that are, things murdered, and asses got a lot of bad shit. So I sit the kid down. He's a big kid, but I'm a big guy too, So I sit down. I says, you, 2 curse words, Drew. I said, you told your son where the fuck he's been? Your father where he's been? I'm going to show you where the fuck I just come from. Boom. He's looking at him. Start showing him pictures, telling him about time, losing my kids. Everything that goes on with what we're talking about. The guy fucking 2 hours later, I come out, and the kid's like, you could see him change. You could see the fucking kid change. I said to the dad, I said, see what happened? He gives me $100. I don't got money. $100. He goes, Larry, thanks again, man. Can I give your name to some people? Sure. So now people are calling me to talk to their kid. $100. I said, wow. But I develop a program now called the Reality Check Program that is used in court systems by police agents. It's a 4-part program of this, what I used to talk about. It's an hour video. I'll send it to you.
Holy shit.
And I'll send you a link so you can check it out. It's pretty good. The video was built in 2010, and that video to this day is so relevant, and people say don't ever change it. It's so raw. You'll see rawness, especially in the business we're in, and you'll go, wow, but it's going to catch you to fucking say, and that's why they don't want to change that. Yeah. But I developed that, and I still have that. It's amazing. And so that's the part of me, like, I love what we're doing. You don't know, this is great. But I know you got a heart, and you like to help people. You don't want to see people fucking get fucked up on shit. Addiction or robberies or this or a bad life. Man, you don't want that. That's not your heart. Yeah. We're hard. We can be hard. I can tell you go fuck yourself and sleep in the street, motherfucker. But You get what I mean?
Of
It's hard
course,
for
you
me
want
to
the
be
good for everyone until they fuck with you.
right.
That's really what it is.
100%.
Yeah. So my next question, since I know we're getting
Okay,
off topic. So we asked about it. You get caught, and you said it's probably for the better because it saved my life, essentially, from what the perspective you're thinking about it. Mm-hmm. So you go in day one. You say you're in Atlanta.
Oh, in prison itself.
Yeah. When was the first?
You go. I went down to Florida Detention Center, FDC, Miami.
It takes like months for you.
Oh yeah, well you go there and then you got to go for your trial. You go, you whatever. I beat a life sentence. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. So I mean, however your case goes, it takes a year. I was almost a year to the day actually, and I went to Atlanta. Then the zoo starts. I mean, you're talking about one of the worst prisons in the country at the time.
And they sent you there because of how much you stole?
Yeah, well, I was technically violent crime, but also I wouldn't fucking roll. I'm the only one who went away on my case.
What do you mean?
Nobody went away. Hey, like that kid.
How all that manpower, all those resources and money behind trying to track down and
because they only got you.
Only got me. Now, eventually,
They're pissed.
Wait a minute. Eventually, my brother gets caught. You know how? His fucking ex-wife told the fucking police 8 days before the statute of limitations. Fucking cunt.
8 days.
damn.
I don't know who's listening to that one, but they're a cunt, huh? Sorry, ladies, and I don't mean that about you out there.
I mean, my girlfriend used that word when someone's being cunty, so it's
okay.
totally okay. I get it.
But I don't want people to think
But if it was it like deliberate, like
oh
she knew it
yeah,
was coming
fucking
out?
deliberate. They got the fucking phone messages, got the phone calls, everything that happened.
Oh, I feel sick for him.
Yeah. Now my brother and I are very, very close, and he lives right near me. I mean, we're very close. And he ended up having to do 9.5 years, just about 10.
Oh,
God damn.
Look at it.
okay. So you're the only
Hey.
one that goes. They're so fucking mad at you that you won't say who else was with you.
Well, no, I cost them in 2002.
Yeah.
I get another conviction for filing a false statement to the FBI.
Why?
Because I lied. They said, "Who's my partner?" I said, "John Rodriguez." Where's John Rodriguez? Miami. Did you know the federal government spent over $1 million investigating every John Rodriguez in Miami? That's records. It's on the record. You read the whole case.
Why would they believe you? Like you're gonna
Listen,
That added more time.
I ended up getting 12 more months, but they ran it concurrent.
Oh, okay, cool.
And I didn't give a fuck. At this time, I got fucking 6 convictions in the feds. I don't give a fuck. Right? Give me more. You want to take yours so you don't have one? What do I give a fuck?
Pablo Escobar is my fucking partner. Go find him.
Yeah, find him. Right? Well, almost. And they researched and fucking, you should have seen their trial. They wanted me to take the plea and I wouldn't. Because if I did it, my brother couldn't win the appeal, which we did win an appeal from, but that's a whole nother show. So it's fucking like, they fucking were trying to make me go so bad because I'm costing the government mega resources, pulling a jury.
We had Freeway Rick Ross on here. Same shit.
Judges hate pulling a jury. Mm-hmm. It's like fucking pulling. They rather. So they ended up. The prosecutor says to me, he goes, "All right, we'll give you 12 months and run it concurrent. We'll recommend 12 months because with a federal judge, they could tell you go fuck yourself." So they said we're going to recommend a 12 months run concurrent. And okay, then. If you agree to a bench trial, I could, because it's still a trial. They can't use it for my brother. I said, okay, let's do the bench trial. So we get in there. We fucking present our case. He presents his. They wins. It's a fucking easy case, But when he comes and presents the case, he brings in this fucking hand truck full of fucking files and paperwork and all that bullshit. He's telling the judge how they went and it cost the government over $1 million. We investigated. We even investigated a John Rodriguez in a house and he was in jail. And then we investigated that family. I'm hearing all this shit. And I go, oh, fuck. And there's really no fucking, excuse here. I mean, it's already proven that I lied in my brother's trial. So we're fucking sitting there and I go, oh, I'm dead, man. This motherfucking judge is going to slam me. So the judge... And if you ever been in a federal court, they don't fuck around. It's a big high shit. Feds don't fuck around. It's an intimidating place. So I'm in it. I don't give a fuck, really. I'm already in prison 6 years. I'm in the worst. I was in the worst of the worst. Fuck you. Give me another 3. I thought I was going to get 3 more years at first because that's the most they could have given me, I think it was. And I said, I'm going to get another 3 tacked on, and they're going to run it consecutive. Then this whole happened. So the judge gets up, says, okay, I find Mr. Lawton guilty. You know, we say, okay, we'd like to waive pre-sentence investigation, PSIs, because already in prison, nothing's changing. Yeah. They agree. All right, recommendations. So my guy gets up. Mr. Lawton's been in jail. You know, they should forget about we recommend nothing because this does not hurt anybody. He was trying to protect his brother and all the bullshit. Prosecutor gets up and says all this fucking, how I'm a devil and I fucking cost them $1 million. And so the judge is like this, and the judge is sitting back, and I'm fucked. He's gonna give me these fucking years. Oh fuck. He says, prosecutor goes, what do you recommend? So the prosecutor says, 12 months just to run concurrent with his sentence, which is nothing, really. The judge leans back in his chair. He goes, stand up to the prosecutor. I go, oh, I'm really fucked. He can slam me, this judge. I mean, this is a federal judge. They don't have to fucking listen to you. And they are God, man. It's not like states. So fucking the judge fucking goes, you just told me this man cost you $1 million. He lifts up this paper, boom. And now your recommended time. What am I missing here? What the hell is going on? How do you do this and put me through? This is the judge. I go, oh, I'm fucked. And then the judge tells the guy, sit down. He's pissed as shit at this. Like, in other words, why did you bring this in front of me? This should never been in front of me. Get the fuck away, wasting my time. And the defense stands. I stands. He goes, looks back. He takes his gavel. He goes, who am I? A federal judge? Time run concurrent. I lean back. I go, holy fuck. I mean, I just made 3 years more of my life. That's what the judge could have slammed me. I mean, they can do anything they want. Yeah. They're feds. So it's a crazy story.
Damn.
Fuck. That's my last conviction. So, and since then I've been clean, except for this murder I was involved with these 3 guys in Melbourne, Florida. No, I'm only fucking around. Wait, the fuck out of here.
What are we getting into?
No, look at you. Smoke a little more with me.
Okay, so my question is, they got so upset at you that you wouldn't say anything that they put you in one of the worst prisons in America?
Well, yeah, my original prison, I went...
that sounds right.
I'm in prison, and I'm in Lewisburg, Pennsylvania. So we're processing, and they're sending me to the fucking, I get transferred. I ask the guard. The guard says to me, he goes, fuck, Lawton, you're going to Atlanta. Who did you piss off? Oh, this is the fucking guard in another penitentiary. He goes, oh, that place is a zoo. And sure enough, when I went up there, there was a murder a month for a year. A murder a month. Not counting overdoses, not counting suicides, not counting guards killing people. I'm talking a murder a month. It was a zoo. People were getting stabbed all the time. When they brought in this crazy warden named Willie Scott, he cleaned the place up, So, he's a fucking jerk-off motherfucking piece of shit warden, just to let you know how I feel. But
so you get there, and you realize it's a fucking zoo, like you said. What's day one like?
In prison?
No, for that prison.
Oh, the real prison? I was in the hole for a while.
Why would you do that?
They leave you in the hole until make sure that you don't have any what they call separatises, anybody on the yard or this shit. I have none of that. Nobody's in prison. I'm well liked. I happen to be lucky because I brought in a kite with me, and it was for a mob boss named Vic Arena. Vic Arena was in the Colombo Wars in the 90s where they had killings, and like 12 deaths in Brooklyn, mob war. And this guy was one of the guys, the bosses and whatever, he shot and all that shit. Well, I had a message for him through people, and then they look you up, and now you're with them. He actually gave me a big bag of commissary and all that shit the first day I was on the fucking yard. I asked, where's Vic? Saw him at lunch. He told me, meet me at 6, kid. I know he went in. He did all his due diligence. He made his phone call or whatever to somebody on the street. They go, yeah, he's a good guy. And then once he hears that, boom, we need more good guys, and you're in that. In the East Coast, they don't call it the car like that. Or on the West Coast, you're with those guys, And when you're you get your protection. You're with the mob guys, and they had too much politics too. But it's just typical of any fucking group, gang, or any of the fucking things you deal with. And I dealt with all the MA. I dealt with Norteños, Sereñas, Aztecas, Latin Kings, G27, Yetas, Aryan Brother, Aryan Circle, Aryan Nation, Dirty White. I dealt with all these fucking gangs. Mexicans, Sereños. So, especially, I used to like the Border Brothers from Texas. They were. I knew a couple of those guys real good. I knew a couple of Sereños real good. So
you're in Atlanta, and you're telling me there's. Sorry, I don't think of Mexicans in Atlanta. That's why I'm like, what?
Do Cubans actually had the biggest riot in America. The Cubans took over Atlanta in 1987. They took the whole fucking prison, hostages and everything. Cubans from fucking Maralitos. The ones I brought here.
Oh, shit. The ones I legally for the government.
Full circle.
Full fucking circle.
You remember now, huh? See, I got you. I'm going to catch you.
Oh, no, I remember.
Don't be fucked up. See, we can handle it here.
No, we're good. We're good. Okay, so you're day one, and the story I watched, that got me like, oh, okay, we need to bring him in. And this is where, full circle, we're right back to where I was going to start in my head. So it was like a fight story or something like that, where you had to crack somebody with a tray.
No, with the mop handle.
Mop handle.
That was in Atlanta. It was in Atlanta. There's 2 bathrooms in the back. Now, everything that's handled with everybody, you can do what you're gonna do. You got to do what you got to do. They tell you. So me, I have a fucking mop. There's mop ringer down. The gym, this is down at the gym area in Atlanta.
It's the same prison that we're talking about, the zoo one.
Yeah, zoo one. I mean, there's so many dark spots, we call them, where there's no cameras and shit like that.
Gotcha.
Well, anyway, in the gym, when you come out of the bathroom, there was a mop closet, and I knew how to get in the mop closet. But fucking then you go down, and I took a mop handle, a fucking metal mop ringer. Now, this guy's a big guy. But, you got to do what you fucking got to do. So he went to the bathroom after the recall, that 3:30 recall. Recall. Everybody go back to their cells. So we do that. He comes around. I see his shadow, but you could feel shadow darkness from the light. I wailed a fucking mop ringer and fucking crushed his fucking face. He goes down. I fucking drop the mop ringer. I fucking go back to my fucking cell. Boom, he's fucking. Sure enough, 4 o'clock count. This is prison, man. Every day, 4 o'clock is count time. 4 o'clock count. They usually let us out by 4:20. They start unlocking doors. They clear count. They ain't clearing count. Here it is, 4:30, 4:45. Usually, chow is running already, man. This is going to fuck up the whole yard. 6 o'clock. No fucking... They found the guy, of course, and fucking... crushed. You had to go to medical, all the bullshit that goes along with getting your face crushed. And fucking they kept us locked out till they found out. After them, they let us out. And then they found out it wasn't the only reason they lock prisons down is when they have I kill you, and now they think the Mexicans are going to start a war.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? I don't even know if you consider Mexican Americans killed. You get what I meant.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
And then once they find out it's some personal beef, yeah, you didn't pay me for fucking the card game or whatever the bull crazy nuts we are. Then they say, okay, open up the yard. They want to make sure that there's not a riot.
Oh shit. Okay, so yeah,
and I survived that prison system, in a way, with more, like I said, my brains than brawn. I mean, you had to fight when you had to fight, of course. And I partied. There were good times, bad times, pressure times in all the prisons. And I fought the prison system. So they fucking transfer me, and they can't. I've been on Con Air 16 times. That's the fucking airplane.
That's a real thing. I watched Con Air 3 fucking days ago.
That's a fucking real thing. But they don't have the things on the feet, the way they did on the fucking plane. But yeah, I reviewed that movie, and I talked about the bullshit part of it and shit. Yeah, Con Air. I was on that plane 16 fucking times.
Getting transferred?
Yeah, I was all over that plane. I had frequent flyer miles for Con Air.
Why are you getting transferred so much? Why are you getting transferred so much?
Because I was fucking with the prison. I mean, I wrote letters to the media. I had Congress fucking involved. That's what helped me because I exposed deaths going on in prison.
Like what kind
The
of
prison was killing people through medical.
What do you mean? What does that
Letting people die. Literally, a friend of mine walked out of the medical department, comes into the unit. His boss already all week told him go to the doctor. You know, because he had pains and all this shit. They gave him Maalox. They call him. He walks in the fucking door and he walks and he says to me and another guy named Jimmy Brown. He says, "I'm dying." We put him in a chair. He literally keels over and fucking dies. Yeah, if you've ever never seen a man die, when they die, they defecate themselves. That's what happens. You open up whatever's in there, and it was actually the spot and wetness on the ground after we knew he was dead, because we start trying to give him CPR, and the guards are screaming, "Lockdown, lockdown!" You know, they call medical, all that bullshit. But I was in a cell looking at the whole incident, and those motherfuckers were laughing when they had him on the stretcher and taking the golf cart from the front of the unit up to the fucking metal. They were laughing. They didn't give a flying fuck. And he was fucking dead, and they weren't fucking pumping his chest. They weren't doing anything like that. And he died. He died of a heart attack, obviously, a massive heart attack. That's just one of them. There were two others. So I wrote letters to fucking Congress. I wrote media articles. I did all this shit. And it got attention, and they hated me. And they put me in the hole, and they beat me for 11 straight months. I was strapped down naked, beaten and tortured and pissed on by guards.
What?
The first 3 pages of my book.
Damn.
Read the first 3 pages of my book. 3 pages. You got a book. If not, did I send you?
Yeah, we both got it.
Okay, guy. So, and then I survived it by being a fighter, by never quitting, having that. And seeing, I don't want to see kids. Part of when I was in prison, and the older you get, my reputation was real good around the whole system. Stand-up guy, he's got to fight the system, don't give a fuck. I saw too many young people come to prison. They think they're badasses on the street. They hit that fucking places where I was at. It ain't no joke, it's fucking real deal. There's murderers, there's fucking hitmen, there's mob bosses, there's drug kingpins, there's guys like me, armed robbers, they didn't give a fuck, come from the streets. And smart. All of us were, they're talking penitentiaries now. I'm not talking like, little county jails or anything and shit. Yes. So it's the real deal. And I saw too many people come to prison, young people. And, man, you see them change so quick from thinking they're bad. They realize right away, man. And I saw too many of them coming, and then before you know it, I see them hooked in a gang, or even if they weren't, and running with the bad crowd, doing this and shit, and not going to change their lives. They might have a lot of time, but a kid having 20 years is, at that age, you're out in the 30s. It's not even like, I went away at 34 years old, and I got out at 46, so I lost the best years of your life.
Big
the best years. Like me, those 34 to 46 is your best earning years, best fucking years. I don't give a shit what it is. It's the best, believe me. And
Good to know.
It's good to know. Yeah, you'll get there. He's getting there.
Almost.
I know, almost. So, and that's what I didn't want to do. That's another reason I do what I do with the kids and to help people, and been in schools and speak all over the place on them, And obviously, the entertainment part of it came from being on TV, being a Casey Anthony expert, being on Jon Stewart, fucking funniest, great night, the Comedy Central.
Yeah, for sure.
Fucking great fucking show. Great. Oh, he was fucking great, man. And a nice guy. And then being on all the ABC news shows, and from Fox to CNN to MSNBC, I'd be their go-to expert for a crime.
And that's for you, from you writing all this, got that attention? Writing all these letters to Congress?
Well, no, that saved my life in prison. I'm talking when I got out.
Oh, no, I'm saying when you got out, you were just kept speaking, and that's what got you all this.
Yeah, well, I helped that kid, and then I got in the court system, and then I kept speaking.
That's what.
Remember
that's
that?
what.
Yeah.
It was.
Earlier, I told you about the kid that I helped. His dad told him, "Fuck you," that kid. Since that time, and I developed a program after that. That's when we did what we did.
That's why there's so much media attention. But you're saying while you're in there, it saved your life?
In
writing
where?
all this?
Oh, yeah. Because they would have killed me if I didn't have support coming back into prison. When you write a letter out of a prison, in a prison, they write it back in. It's all signed for and shit. It's no joke. They can't, I didn't get that person's letter. And if a congressman or a senator write a letter to that prison and they ask about it, they have 30 days to answer that congressman. Now, you as a citizen, they don't give a fuck. You know that. The government don't give a flying fuck. But if a congressman writes them and says, I'd like to inquire about what's going on with Mr. Lawton's situation, him being in a hole for X amount of time already. They have to write back, well, he's been a bad inmate, whatever the fuck they say, the bullshit they all come up with. It's pretty almost stock answers. But now they know they're on the watch from a congressman. So they're not going to kill you because they'll kill you. Don't think they won't. The guards will kill you. And that prison was notorious, you know. And I was just a fighter. I was in Edgefield, and I'm a fighter. And then I got instead of going crazy, which you do, don't ever think you don't, I got that energy back to fight. And I'd write letters in fucking pencil and fucking, you know, doing all the crazy shit to get. There's all more stories, but it's crazy. My book, you read that part of the book, it's just how I had it being in a hole there and that long and how you survived 3 years out of 11 in a hole.
By yourself.
You're fucked. Sometimes you got to sell, but you're just so fucked. Sometimes you want to kill each other, you know what I mean? It's not like, I can do what I want. But most of the times with me, I was a violent inmate, so that was alone.
My brother was in the hole. He said he was talking to ants and shit. He started going crazy.
There's no question. Sad as it is, people do crazy. They've done many, many studies on the effects of isolation on a human being, and it's not good. I mean, we're social animals. Yes. We talked about that earlier. And then you try to, you know, fuck with it. That's why rehabilitation, and I talk about it in a different sense. Everybody wants to think, give him a car, give him a house, you know, transportation job, he's great. No. It's the psychological people don't get. That is the hardest part of reintegration into society. Mm-hmm. And it's not fucking the get him this, get him. The guy's fucking wired. When I went to prison, when I got out of prison, I was making 100 choices a day. Today, you and I, Marty, everybody here, you're gonna make 1,000 choices. Not 1,000. You make you make 100 as a thing, and you're gonna make 1,500 choices as an adult. When you're going to get up, we're going to smoke, what time we're going to start, what are we going to wear, I want 2 cups of coffee, half a cup, whatever the fucking, everything that you make choices of, you don't realize.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You take a poor inmate, don't know clothes, don't care. Everything's the same, times, this. You get programmed. That's called institutionalization. Mm-hmm. And I was totally institutionalized. Mm-hmm. And I was an intelligent guy, got a degree, you know, read the paper, did all the things you think is good. Well, I need a joint or something. No more?
Did you know you were going?
Just a little more.
Like, did you know you were getting out?
You.
At what point did you realize that you weren't like going to get the life sentence?
Oh, I knew that before I got in. I beat the life sentence pre-trial.
Gotcha. Okay, so that makes sense.
And what was life like? How were they going to do life? You're just robbing people.
Because the law states if you get convicted with a firearm, you get 5 years for the first robbery, 20 years for every robbery after that, running consecutive, not concurrent. Can't. So just the fucking 3-4 robberies is 85 years before they give you the sentence for the crime. So another 10 or whatever the fuck, doesn't matter. It's 100 years in prison. That's life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least I don't know anybody who's lived to 160. Well, I'm 60. At that time, 134.
Fuck.
God damn.
Okay, so you're telling me that you're writing all these letters. Like you say you're writing letters and that's saving your life, but isn't the attention is why your life's in danger?
Well, it was like a dual thing, totally. If I stop, then they might kill you anyway. If you keep going, they can hate you everywhere you go. How's it going? But a good. He got me. My eyes are closing like yours. What happened is where were we at?
You say the attention, writing the letters is what's getting the attention of the guards. Without that, you say it saved your life because they have to be on point.
Oh,
like,
yeah, you know, at the end, you know, I stuck to my guns. They ended up respecting me, man. I was on the yard. I get out of the hole, and you're white. You think I'm white? White? I look like fucking snow fucking white. You know, anybody comes out of the hole, get no scun. If you're brown, I guarantee you will be coming out of there looking white.
Oh, for sure. There's no
sunlight. I mean, in the hole, there's zero sunlight. You know, you're fucked. Anyway, I'm walking the yard. I was smoking a cigar, a Denable cigar. That's the best they had in there because, like I said, I smoke good cigars. So anyway, we go and the associate warden comes up to me. He goes, Lawton. I walk over. I don't give a fuck about him now. I mean, literally, if he wants to throw me in a hole, throw me in a fucking hole. I know he can, obvious and all that shit, but I didn't give a fuck. I said, yeah. I come up. He goes, you need to stop writing sentences. I said, listen to me. He goes, no. He goes, wait, we'll give you a get out of jail free card. Now, in prison, that means if I get caught drinking hooch, I tell a guard to go fuck yourself. I fucking get caught with gambling. They're going to give me a pass. You don't have to go to jail. Jail is the hole in prison. He goes, and we're going to give you your own cell. Single cell in prison? That's like fucking the Hyatt fucking, Regency. Because you don't get them, Now you got your own motherfucking cell. Look at that. Better than a condo I'm looking at.
Just to stop writing the letters.
Yeah, that's what they're trying to
They're trying to bribe me. And I said to them, I go, why don't you just not do what you did to that black guy in the hole? And he fucking stopped short because I didn't give a fuck. What they did was there was a veteran who had no legs. He was in the hole. I wrote an article about it. It's on. You can read it. I'll send it to you. And I said you guys were torturing it. The guy they didn't give him. They let him defecate on himself. He couldn't do something with the water. I don't know. Couldn't move. I don't know. The place smelled. I had a lieutenant, and it's in this article, come up to my cell with a camera. They had like bigger cameras, like on the shows, backs up to my cell, knowing I'm writing senators all the time. I'm fucking a fighter, He literally said to me, he's filming the cell when they're cleaning it, and they got the guys in the suits and all the shit. And he says to me, he goes, if anybody saw this video, somebody in here would be in jail. Meaning that he's taking this footage, I fucking write a letter. I quote him. His name is Lieutenant Finnerty. And he was a lieutenant. I say I never forget. I never forget.
Elephant brain.
You like this shit?
I like this.
Brain, right? So and he fucking, sure enough, what we talking about?
I never forget.
I remember. I'm a cameraman. You quoted the cameraman.
You quoted the guy Finnerty.
Finnerty, and he had the camera, and I quoted him, and I ended up getting transferred again. I ended up going farther away from Florida. I ended up in Forest City, Arkansas. Yeah, what the fuck is
so
Forest
pissed?
City?
Keep pushing him to the middle.
Yeah, just get him the fuck out of here.
So they didn't help this man with no legs. Essentially, what you're saying.
Yeah, they were abusing everybody, man. I mean, literally, they don't give a fuck. These places are fucking animals. They don't look at human life like you and I.
I understand that.
They really don't, man. It's fucking sad. I don't know how somebody can go home, treat somebody like that, and they go home and, oh, honey, I had a great day at work.
We say that
You're
a lot.
You're a psychopath motherfucker.
You're psycho. You have to be to turn it off. Go, I'm going to Starbucks.
There's something fucking wrong. You just torture someone, piss on his face, and what the fuck? Hi, hon. I had a great day. You want to pee on me now? Fucker.
Fuck, man. So that's what one thing I was going to get into. Yeah, my stepdad told me a lot about all of the whole process, and he tells me, like, you know how many people die that you don't see in the newspaper? He's all, guards kill more people than anybody. But what I don't understand is, how does a guard walk in as a government worker or state getting paid, and how does that person not get killed also? Because they have the authority there, the police essentially, but they're also in a room full of people that.
Well, they have assaults on them. They have certain things, and there'll be certain places. They'll be with other people. They might be in a tower at this time because they fuck with them and they're in the truck or whatever. Or they might be in a position that it's not as easy just to hit a guard, but I've seen it many times. In Atlanta, they stabbed a district prison official on a fucking inspection round right in the middle of it for a $10,000 hit. Think you could look it up somewhere.
Somebody paid $10,000 to do it?
To get this fucking prison director who was on a fucking inspection, and they fucking did it. Fucking went up and stabbed him on a fucking prison yard.
Jeez, he's just with a clipboard.
They were with an entourage of people. I don't know how it happened and all this shit. And I remember heard about it the first time I got there.
Jesus Christ.
Well, all I can envision is Shawshank as he's saying
I
this.
know,
The wardens, the guards.
Shawshank's a good movie, and it's got a good basis. I like it, but obviously it was an older prison. But I was in an older prison just like that. I was in Atlanta. It was built in 1903.
Oh.
Damn.
Fucking dungeons in there, 40-foot walls, 20 feet underground, 3 feet thick. Try to get out of that motherfucker. And people have.
So you're in prison. You say you're 6 years. They try to convict you again. He says, concurrent, get the fuck out of here. Why is he here? So you're doing another 6, right?
Well, I still, yeah.
So
I'm halfway through my time, let's call it.
So hitting motherfuckers with mop handles, is this happen? You have to do this all the time?
Not all the time, obviously, but you have to, you have to either protect your honor, your word, or obviously if someone tries you, because you can fucking be the pussy and it can go the bad way quick. I don't care how you fight, you gotta fight.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit if you're good or not. It does not matter. You know what I mean? And that's the truth. So I think that's what people don't know, and then it's how you handle it. I mean, in prison things happen. I was involved in a lot because I'm an action guy. You got to do so. Whether it's bookmaking, whether it's something on the yard, betting and gambling, having a football ticket. You know what I mean? And then now you fucking got a store man that you supply him, and he makes money for you. It's kind of like you get into action. And when you get into action, you got to do things to people so they know you're for real. I'm not into action to give it to you when you fucking come hard on me. You're going to get stabbed, motherfucker.
Oh, I just picked up my friend from jail. Just got his ass out last week. Took fucking forever for his ass to get out. I think they would be on time with the release dates. Come on, man. I'm out here waiting and shit.
They don't give a fuck.
Like, I don't care. I'm getting paid 2 hours. Let your mom sit outside. Fuck you. It's anyway, I just picked. He was telling me about some things. And he was telling me about something. I don't know if you've ever heard of this. You probably have. He told me, like, yeah, this fucking one has a no hands policy. I go, what the fuck
visiting
does that mean? No, he's like, in our block, there's a no hands policy. I go, what does that mean? And he goes, you can't fight. You can stab each other only. Is that, what the fuck? I've never heard of that before. He's like, if it's not important enough to get stabbed over, then let it fucking go. I'm like, is that a real thing? I've never heard of that anywhere.
Yeah, that is fucking crazy, but I've seen some crazy shit. I mean, I've seen so many fucking shanks and fucking that kind of shit. I see shit that look like a fucking sword. And I said, this guy's going to go put through someone. Well, there's different places. In Atlanta was an old prison, so we even had the fucking plaster walls that we made a hole in, and you could hide a key or something down there on a piece of rope, and then you take wet toilet paper and you make it like that, and then you paint it over. We had the color paint, and it looks like it was like a a fix. It was like plastered, and it's perfect. But in fact, our fucking key is taped up against the wall, so we can go get it, and that key can open something, really illegal.
You have nothing but time in there.
Fucking
planning.
You like that? How we did that?
Were you tripping balls in prison? You said you were doing acid and shit.
Oh man, that's my favorite.
In prison, you got acid? I tripped. Thank you for that question.
I took 4 hits at fucking acid once I left Atlanta. I swear to God, I floated out of that prison. I've been looking for that fucking high for the rest of my life. Remember I was telling you we're all looking for that? I mean it. I was hovering over the prison. I did it in prison. I was hovering over the fucking prison. And it was that's the easiest shit in the world to get into prison.
Acid's like, it's got to be the easiest. Like you put it in a book or some shit.
A card, a letter, you can make the whole card a piece of acid. Take 100 vial of it and a little thing, get a corrugated card, soak it all up. That's 100 hits of fucking acid.
Damn. How much does one hit of acid go for in jail?
$25.
It's not that bad.
Oh no, we used to get it in, so we used to sell half and fucking
take half.
Oh my God, we used to fucking.
I'd be tripping the whole time.
I'm not kidding you. Some people I've seen guy have a bad trip and jump off a tier, but. Most of us just want to get the fuck away, so we put our headphones. You better get a battery pack because you're going to be up all fucking night.
I couldn't imagine you with psychedelics in prison.
Oh, my God.
I've never
Was that the most
common?
Well, what was the most common drug?
Oh, heroin. Heroin by far.
Why? It's because you can just sleep it off?
They want to fucking nod and be out of it, and that's why you get a lot of overdoses.
Are the guards really looking like, are you on drugs, motherfucker? Or
no, they don't give a flying fuck. As long as you're not causing trouble. Because if you're causing trouble, then you're in trouble.
Back to my question. How are these guards doing what they're doing? And it's not an everyday looking over your shoulder kind of thing. Sorry, this is strong. My bad.
That's good.
Yeah.
My son is laughing at that. He's a big smoker, you know.
Well, I have a bong just about as tall as you in the back.
Up there.
Okay. So yeah, that was the question I always thought of when I see documentaries. I'm like, how do you? I mean, because you can make a phone call. I know, motherfuckers. You can make a phone call and get motherfuckers shot right now. Wasn't it the same thing for a guard?
You
like
know,
they live.
you see some of that, but there's so many ways they monitor every phone call we have. They've stopped many stuff that has and stuff has happened. It is more common in the state because the state know each other. Like you're a prison guard. You might have been in high school with this dude, that dude. It's very common in the feds. There's so many and they're so fucking massed and they're all over the fucking world. They send me to Arkansas. Who the fuck I know in Arkansas?
Gotcha.
And they do that on purpose. And then it'd be hard to get the, stuff. But there has been. I used to always say to myself, I was with some big, big fucking people. I used to say, man, why don't I fucking do, I would have a helicopter go through the wires, try this, get, I used to say, that's what I always try to figure how I would escape.
Oh, for sure.
And fucking, I'm wondering why they wouldn't do it or try. Because I know I talked to my brother, motherfucker. He's stealing a helicopter, that motherfucker.
You say the big people that are in there, like, how are you not escaped yet?
Yeah. And they go, oh, then I was with Nicky Scarfo, Vic Arena, Patty Amato. These are mob bosses, man. And I was with Willie Falcone. Why the fuck don't you fucking helicopter this motherfucker? They had helicopter wire. They call it, but you could still drop a head. I'd try some shit, man. I don't know.
Oh, for sure. That'd be my routine. Like, all right, this month I'm tunneling out. Next month I'm swimming out of here.
Yeah, whatever it takes.
Yeah,
just to fucking keep trying. Rub your head against the wall. I don't give a shit.
Did you ever really consider that, or just because?
No, I really didn't because I had a date. But I used to say how I would do it all the time, but I wouldn't consider it because I had a date.
Yeah.
If I had no date, there's no question that's.
Well, what do you think? How would you have done it? Do you think?
There was blind spots, and it depended on the prison you're at and how you think. Sometimes you could do it smart ways. They do have groups come in if you could really mimic somebody and get them to get you out. Maybe your crew, something of that nature. Again, helicopter is probably would be the best, but they have towers on some, but in some they don't. Now they just have the roving trucks. Now the penitentiaries all have the fucking towers, and they're gonna shoot. But what's the odds of hitting you fucking with a fucking rifle from fucking whatever? Take a shot, and are they really gonna shoot? Do they know that's not a hostage situation? Follow the thing. But you get right to a drop car, drop away, fucking still leave the chopper, boom, jump into a car, go another fucking 2 miles, drop a car. Now you're gone. Yeah, now you're fucking blended in. And they don't know what they're looking for. Nope. You get duck, and that's it.
Yep, all day. If I was sitting there, that'd be all I'm thinking about. Like, how many cars is it going to take for me to switch to get the fuck out of here?
To get down to that zero
love
star
this
level.
cigar.
Oh, you're getting down to it. You smoke them all the way down?
Oh yeah, baby.
Oh man, he loves this shit. So you had 12 years. Real quick, you had 12 years, and you're doing all these things. You had mob panel, this, that. I'm sure other things happened. You never got in trouble enough to where they had to add time on.
I lost gain time, so that's like adding time. Every time you go to prison, if you go to the hole and they give you a sentence of 28 days, that's gain time.
That's not on your sentence?
No, that like you get, every federal prison has to do 85% of their time. Well, that's calculating how many days you would get off every month, and it's whatever it is. So when you go to the hole, you lose 28 days, let's say, or 14 days. It's like, so in a way they're sentencing you. Matter of fact, there's been a lot of law try to test that if that's a new conviction, because, it's really, it's totally not arbitrary. It's a DHO, disciplinary hearing coming officer. You get in a fraction for whatever. I'd say never, ever, ever side with the fucking inmate. You know what I mean? It's just bullshit. It's both, bullshit.
So your story is not like many, All right, many people that get out and be successful. I mean, yeah, and I'm an actor. I'm fucking making music or doing this and that. This is a whole different route. All right, you're talking about the things you've experienced in your life. You have a never-ending job because you're you. I mean, of course, you can run out of stories eventually in 30 years, but it's not like you can't just keep going and keep talking to a new person. Now this is a new route, and now you're having this, and now you can talk about the.
Yeah,
this is a whole different. Did you ever see yourself at all telling about your life and actually making a career of it?
No, not
so
even.
Odd.
Not even think. I never thought about it. There was a lot of things. I know my story is interesting. I always knew that. I know a good storyteller and all that. But I don't know if the way it. You look for a TV show and this, and I get offered this bullshit and that bullshit. And I was doing certain TV, and then I learned how much the industry is all bullshit. I mean, the TV. I mean, it's here now. Obviously, it's YouTube, Spotify, wherever we at. It's more now internet based and all that. So, and then I fell into this through that I told you about the Vanity Fair thing. So I fell into it, and then now, you think, wow, like you said, where you at? Holy shit, you fucking bobble your head. And now I look to make it bigger with the cigar brand and the other things, and so many partnerships. I say there's so many with our industry. We do a pot brand. There's so many freaking things you can do.
Yeah.
When you have a platform to do it with, and you do good with while you're doing it,
And always the number one thing here from all three people right now with a microphone, just be yourself.
Absolutely, man. I don't give a fuck. When that is the biggest statement, and I don't give a shit. Some people, you're crazy. Listen, if life was to be fucking bottled up, who the fuck wants to live it, man? Live your life, be who you are, have fun, respect others. Respect others like you want to be respected, and that's a great fucking world to live in.
Nothing
Get
really goes
high,
wrong.
fucking, come up with shit. You do your thing. It's just amazing what you can do. Like you said, sitting around smoking a joint, having a cigar, and it's wow. Mm-hmm. All this fucking content gets created, ideas are going, and that's what it is.
Yeah, and the number one thing that we just said, it's just we started off. When you be yourself, you don't have to remember things. You just talk.
I already forgot whatever we talked about, but it's in my memory. It's like
when I watch, you go, oh yeah, that's right, I remember.
I mean, it's not even just that. I mean, I say the story I probably told whatever times.
Same.
It's just because that they are what they are. You can't. It is what it is. There's no. Oh no, you were shot. No, what are you talking about? Exactly. Look back 20 years, or now I'm out. Since I'm out 15 years now.
Wow. Congratulations.
Yeah,
that's a whole nother life. That's a whole nother lifetime of time, too.
Yeah. And now it's just starting. So
awesome, man.
Let's go. What a story.
What time are we at right now?
2:25.
Oh, shit.
Looking good. Before we get out of here, can you please tell us about this? Tell us where we can get this. Where can everybody buy this and support this? Because I know I didn't even touch into a lot of stories because I know this won't be the only time you're ever on the show. We're gonna have to have you come back for sure. This is a very short. It's a shorter episode. I think that we would do. Yeah. I think there's gonna be part 2, 3, 4, whatever.
We'll
it is.
do something. You can get it. I have a book, Gangster Redemption. Actually helps. You can get it on my website. You know how the book came about, dude? I mean, not came about. When I did the book, I don't know, 13 years ago, 2013 or something like that, 12 or 13. And people wanted to buy it, and I wouldn't sell it, so I own it. I own this motherfucker, right? But the book come about. More and more people are reading it, saying, "This is educational. Kids should read." And it's a tough book, to be honest with you. I was not a good guy in the beginning. You didn't want to cross me. You'll read some stuff, but it also is a human story that someone shouldn't be tortured and beaten and everything else. But it's a wild ride. But thank you. It's a great book, and they can get it on our website.
What's your website?
What's our website? I don't know. Just realitycheckprogram.com.
Realitycheckprogram.com.
Did you do an Audible version of it?
Did I do what?
An Audible?
No, but you know what people actually do?
Should.
You know what people say? I don't know about that. They read it from Amazon. Mm-hmm. You can actually go Amazon, read Gangster Redemption.
Yeah, but what if it was in your voice? I'd
That'd
pay
be the
$5 and
shit,
$10 more
yeah.
just to get like
That'd be the shit.
want it in Larry's voice. Yeah, I fucking do. Could you? It's a podcast, but they could just read your book on their way to work. You should look into that because that's something that you do once and you get paid for the rest of your life.
Exactly.
Forever. All you do is talk for couple hours.
Yeah,
Something to
I
think
hate
about.
reading.
No,
I hate reading my own motherfucking book. No,
if you think about
I'm a
it.
big reader, actually. Go ahead.
Well, if you think about it, that's something I would definitely
sick.
love to listen to.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Let's throw it out there. But realitycheckprogram.com.
Yeah, there's a great stuff there. There's like you can not only get the book, you can get where we do it, help people, the video and stuff like that.
And that's the link where you can watch it, the one that you said
You
don't
can
ever
literally
change
watch.
this.
Yeah, and that's been award winning since 2010, and it's just so relevant because it's about what's gonna happen to you if you keep fucking up.
I got a
pretty much.
13-year-old, so we'll be heading
Oh,
outside.
absolutely. Just I'll send you the link, obviously, but that's it. You just,
Yeah, we'll put it in the description too. For everyone out there that wants to check out the book or anything else, it's going to be in the description of this video no matter where you're listening. All right, I always have to say that because people in the comments, where can I find it?
Just
I said
anywhere.
that shit. I said it, realitycheckprogram.com. Well,
Thank you very much.
Thank
I
you so
really
much. Yeah,
appreciate
you
it. I had a great
smoked,
time,
you
man.
smoked it up heavy.
go.
on
Man, this was
episode.
good shit, man.
Thank you for coming.
Oh, I enjoyed it.
This is, how do you say the word?
Oliva.
Oliva.
They're my partner. They're a great company, man.
It's
I
going to
really
be
am.
called Crooked Diamond.
My thing is coming out at the end of his summit, the Crooked Diamond. It's its own brand. Unbelievable. I picked it.
That's
so
awesome.
it's going to be fun, man.
Congratulations on
I
that.
appreciate
I can
that.
see the
Thank you.
excitement. Every time you talk about it, it's like a little spark is coming.
Crooked Diamond. He hits that shit every time.
It's here, man.
Where can everybody find you on YouTube? It's just Larry Lawton.
If you go on YouTube, you just Larry Lawton.
Larry
You'll
Lawton.
find out, yeah.
Instagram, same thing.
Yeah, Instagram, I think at Real Larry Lawton.
Real Larry Lawton. Okay, well, we'll put the link in the description for everything. I
I
just want to make
appreciate
sure.
that, man. You've been great, man. I really,
Thank
I
you for
definitely
coming.
you're coming on mine.
100%. And where you at? In Florida?
I'm in Florida, so
I'm
we'll
well,
figure
my
something
partners
out.
are in Florida. I've still never been, so I need to go.
Yeah, you go. And I even have an RV I travel around, so we come down where you're at, and we do an RV if you're right in the RV,
shit.
man.
Oh, shit.
I have that. I had 38-footer with fucking 2 bathrooms and all this shit.
Oh, you're living it up over there.
No, it's just that I use that for.
Don't say that's awesome. Anybody with an RV is living the fuck up. You know what I'm saying?
For real. That
You
is
never, hold
close
on.
right
You
now,
never
yeah.
seen a guy not happy in an
Yeah,
RV.
there you go.
Unless he was living in it.
Let's go.
All right, guys.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Guys, this has been the Larry Lawton episode from Marty, Larry, and I.
sir. Appreciate
Have
it.
a dope ass day.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
I really much appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Very
That was
man.
that was fun, man.
That was a fun.
That was fun.
time, man.
Thank you so
That
much.
was good, right?
Yeah, that was great. This did not make me feel bad.
Yeah, we're
I'm nervous. I appreciate it.
Yeah, good.
Marty, please.
Yeah, what do you
Feel distinguished.
No, because you get a guest if you want. You say you want to.
look classy.
True, huh?